here, and you're checking out the Bro Plata podcast with Tim Danko and Ray Hyclak. Check it out. Get down. It kicks ass.
Goddamn right, Tank. God damn right. That's how we fucking start this show. That's how we do it. I don't care anymore. I've had a lot of weed and I'm sort of drinking. It's a good day, Tom. It's a good day.
It's a good day. I got a cat, so it was a good day.
Hey. Tim does too. Tim has a cat. He has two actually. One is named after the Indian that's named Cookie. I can't remember what his fucking name was.
Oh, Carlos Carrasco. Carlos.
Yeah. And then right after he got that cat, Carlos Carrasco got traded. So Yeah, that was a fun day when I found out, because I don't follow like baseball that hardcore. I'll go to games and all that shit. I love watching baseball, but I don't even know players on the Pittsburgh Pirates anymore, and I claim to be a fan. Like it's
there's no claiming to be a fan. You're a fan even if you don't know that you guys got one of the hottest center fielders in the game.
Yeah,
and Brian Reynolds.
Yeah, he looks good right now.
Well,
on the golf course.
I ain't no better. My cat's named Bruno Sammartino.
I love it even more.
Yeah.
Because there is the Pittsburgh connection there. So
yeah,
me and Tim get into those arguments like about I'm a troll sports fan at this point. Like except for hockey, like I'm always gonna be a Pittsburgh Penguins fan till the day I fucking die. I hope to actually at one point get a Penguins tattoo, and when I die, I want it cut off and framed and put in a bar in Pittsburgh somewhere.
This is not Vietnam. Vietnam, that's what they used to do to the soldiers that they captured. They skin them for their tattoos and make curtains.
I know. Well, mine was at least a choice. All right. Mine was at least a choice. And look who decided to choose to be with us.
I'm blaming the technology today, man. Like I finally got on here and like it's the wrong. They didn't have usually my settings are saved. So like my microphone is this microphone, the camera is this camera, but it had it all fucked up today. So hi Thomas, how are you, man?
Good to meet you. How you feeling?
You too, brother. Hey, thanks for being here, man. I really appreciate it. You helping us out. And I apologize in advance for all the racist stuff Ray says. He does it all the time. That's his thing.
Oh, you think he's racist? You haven't met me.
Yeah. Well, you're allowed to be. That's the thing. You can be. Ray's not. You can do whatever you want. You think I'm going to be the one to tell you not to make a racist joke? I can't do that. Now I can tell Ray, but I can't tell you. So it's fine.
Oh, this is going to be fun.
Yeah. I'm happy we have someone with a good Christian biblical name on this podcast too.
Oh, gee.
Yeah, because there's no Ray in the Bible, right?
There's a saint, Saint Raymond.
What? I just see like Ray being a guy in the street corner trying to sell like bootleg VHS tapes to Moses. Like that's Ray in the Bible. That's the book of Ray. He only has sequels to movies. Hey Ray, you got Lion King? I got Simba's Pride, man.
It's the Chinese bootleg, motherfucker. That's what it's gonna be.
Keep him on here just so we can watch him laugh at our nonsense, because we usually only we laugh at our nonsense.
I know. Yeah, you've joined a fun thing here, Thomas. And by the way, for people watching, we've got a producer. He is one of my best friends. At least I consider him one. I don't know if. Yeah, honestly, I think Tom. Like, if I got in a fight with like two black dudes, Thomas would be like, "Yeah, get him." Like, I feel like.
Wait a minute. It depends. Hold it. It's qualifications. It depends on the size of the other black dudes, and it depends on their intelligence. Like, if they real stupid, I ain't got a chance because they naturally can fight me. But if they're intelligent, all you gotta do is just hit them in the mouth one good time. They'll run away.
Yeah. Hopefully knock them at least a little bit off balance where you can be like, oh shit, I got to step. Let's do it.
No, when you're black, you got to know your level of thugness.
Yeah, this is true.
There's a level of thugness that you respect yourself to. Like right now, on the thug list, I'm down in the middle, lower third. If it's somebody that's above that, I ain't got a shot.
You have to know your thug level as a white person too. You have to know that you're not on the list. There's some people that think they are on the list, and then that becomes a problem. It's hilarious, but it becomes a problem.
Oh yeah, it is. You got to know the room. You got to know who you messing with, man. You got to know who you fucking with.
So many people don't though. Like I have seen so many socially unaware people doing stand up where I was probably one of them at one point, and then finally I smartened up.
No, you know what? No, I said some stuff I don't say as much anymore. Although I do still do the joke about the choir bit that got me chased out of a college campus because they said I was racist. Anyway, I still do that bit, but besides that.
I mean, but I don't know. If you're, let me put it like this: if you grew up in, like, I don't want to even say Wycliffe. Wycliffe's okay. If you grew up in Willoughby, you have no business going to a club on 30th and Central thinking you can handle yourself. Let's put it like that. Let's put it like that. Just being honest.
Yeah, it's interesting. Like there is a doing, and Tim's probably done them, doing like places in the hood actually is more fun though. Like there's the Waterloo district in Cleveland used to have a few open mics, and one was at this super sketchy Italian place. Like just super sketch. And it was some of the most fun shows I've ever done.
Did you see Simply Sam Harvey has a new open mic somewhere in like areas of Akron we wouldn't go alone? Like,
oh, doesn't he have a restaurant though?
I don't know. That I actually, when I saw the flyer for his open mic, I assumed he was been dead for years. Like when I saw that, I'm like, oh shit, Sam Harvey's alive. I'm like, shit. I thought he died. He died from his punk drunkenness years ago.
Oh, Sam Harvey. I was like, I thought you meant Chris Harvey. I don't know who Sam Harvey is.
No. Oh, yeah, no. You may not have remembered him. Simply Sam Harvey. He used to box back in the day, and like, he's banned from I think every commission in America because he tried to fight under a fake name years ago. Yeah, he got his license revoked, so he like tried to fight under a fake name, which is hilarious. But yeah, I haven't seen him, the dude, in like 7 years. But he used to have a really shady open mic somewhere in Akron. There was like a scratcher doing tattoos in the back, and it was real creepy. But he has a mic going again, and I'm like, oh, Ray and I have to go to that mic. We have to go.
Yes,
y'all probably would kill it in that type of stuff. It all depends, man. It all depends on how people are, you know.
Maybe. I mean, usually when I go to those shows, like when I'm the only white person there, I'm usually in a car full of my fellow comics that are all black comics, right? Who brought me, right? So it's fine. It's fine. They're fine. And the audience knows that they know me, so they treat me fine. It's good. I never had a problem. Ray says he does. That's because Ray's racist and probably said something really.
Hey, I mind my P's and Q's.
Did you pull
in the proper areas, sir?
Did you pull a Sean Lynch and go, "Hello, blacks"?
No, never. The one mic I go to often, which I was at yesterday. I remember there was a fat white juggalette comic, who went in front of a whole room full of black people, whole fucking room, and is like,
I could name all of the guys, knew them all, knew their numbers, knew their mom's names.
They knew her credit card number though.
Wow.
Hey, rent's got to be due somehow.
Right?
I'm not, and I'm saying that as a fucking guy
who has to go and cheer in a race.
I am saying that as a man who loves fat girls. A lot of times they're called rent givers for a reason. All right.
I mean, it's the truth. Go to Walmart East Lake when they used to be open 24 hours.
Yeah,
After
you'll
12,
see.
you
You'll
go
see
to
rent
Walmart,
checks.
you select- right.
You'll see
Right.
rent checks and the guys that are like getting their rent paid. Like that's and it's a hodgepodge. Like you'll see a Mexican dude with this fat like black chick, and you're like, the fuck? And then you see my favorite one, which is like methed out white dude and like fat chick. You're like, there's track marks that are visible. What?
True.
You could be with me. I'll take that rent. Thank you. Like, no, you're not allowed. If you say in life you have one good vein, your rent should never be paid. Like that's.
I tell the phlebotomist always to use the same vein on me. It's fine. That's because most of them are just dug into my fatness. So
I was about to say, yeah.
No, but I think my town like may lead the country in like or at least the state in fat white girls who are fluent in Spanish. Like I'm like, hey, I went to high school with that girl. She didn't know Spanish. I'm like, oh, okay. She learned it for the dude. Yeah.
The girl that is related to the owner of Moran's.
Okay.
Hated Guatemalans because she said there were too many in Uricsville, like T County.
They're all over the place. Like if you look up like the numbers,
it was weird.
The
census
census won't
such a specific racism.
The census won't tell you they're there because they're not telling anybody. They're not telling anybody they're there on paper. Like they have a problem with that. Like everybody tells them you're not going to get deported if you do census. It's illegal. But they still won't do it. But yeah, if you come here, you'd be like, okay, I didn't see this on the census. Yeah, there's tons of them, and they all work. Mostly, they work at the Case Farms chicken place. Almost all of them do. And then there's also like, I mean, hey, we use some good Mexican food down here because of it. So I'm cool with that. There's a new place.
I'm going to attest to it. I've eaten it. It's quite delicious, Tom.
I'll take you to this new place, man, that I just found. They don't have alcohol, so that means it's just a pickup place for me. So I'm not going to go in there. Can't get a margarita, but I'll pick up. But it's pretty good. I can't pronounce the name of it. It's real tiny. It used to be like a VFW or something. But yeah, and you wouldn't know it's there unless you know it's there. Like you can't find it. It's behind buildings. It's weird. It was there for like 6 months before I knew it was there. So
it's an absolute tax write-off for some rich guy and like
probably
lives in Uricsville.
There's no rich guys live in Uricsville. Have you been to Uricsville? There's a reason why Cody Garbrandt got the hell out. Like he doesn't have a house in Uricsville.
Yeah, did you know that Tim actually I call it cage separation. And if I can talk, damn fucking weed. That's right. I have a job. I don't care, everybody. Woohoo! Yay. I'm not leaving my house, so that's a good thing. But Tim actually lives in the area where Cody Garbrandt grew up, and actually for a time knew Cody. So
before he moved, but yeah, when he was just training out of here and living here,
it's I love that story. I've talked so much mad shit on Twitter. Yes, which one is that?
This is Bieber.
Ah, yeah, it's named after Shane Bieber and his dumb Miller Lite commercial. Let's take a selfie.
No, don't do that anymore.
No, I love it. No, listen, you got to get a Cleveland Guardians edition now.
Yeah. I started to wear my Indians hat, but I was like, I don't want to be controversial.
We'd appreciate it at this point.
Well, I tell you what, though, I do have like a Chief Wahoo bobblehead that's not made the podcast and probably won't because I don't feel like bringing that guy down. I don't want to be that guy. But I have my Jake Taylor, but there's no Indians logo on this. But
hey, Jake.
My dad. Do you have any of those like ceramic tin bobbleheads? Do you have any of those like old school ones?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, my dad had he had a Pirates one that was ceramic. It was dope. It had like the big smiling head and like the mustard yellow uniform on. It was so fun. I love bobbleheads. Sorry. Went on a tangent
listen,
there.
I said, I mean, all the bobbleheads I've had for a long time. So like I bought a new one anytime recently. The newest one I have is a Jake Taylor one, and I got that at a game. Like I didn't buy it, but yeah, I had that Chief Wahoo one that I will not put on the podcast. He said, I don't want that smoke. I don't want that smoke. I don't.
Exactly.
I mean, I keep it. It's still gonna be in my room, but I don't want that smoke. I also have a Washington Redskins mini helmet for some reason, but that hasn't made the podcast either, and it won't. unless someone just wants to take it from me. Like anyone could have that if they want. I don't want that thing.
I'll take it.
You want it?
Why not?
Washington Redskins mini helmet.
Yeah.
I have a bunch of random mini helmets because when I was a kid, I wanted to collect all 32 teams, but I only got like halfway there, so I have like 16 mini helmets.
Wow.
That I've had since I was a kid. That I just.
Did you collect the? Did you? I don't know if you ever had buffets that had the batting helmets that you could like fill with ice cream.
Yeah.
Did you ever keep those? I kept like a lot of them
there's
back in the
Indians one
day.
in the house somewhere because I got my niece one of those and they put it in an Indians helmet and she left it here somewhere, but it's here somewhere. I don't know where.
I got Indians, Twins, Braves, and Reds.
Nice, very nice.
Yeah.
I think we still have some like old ass sports memorabilia somewhere in this house. Like we have cards.
Reds is the most racist mascot. Reds. I know what you're talking about. Or fucking communist.
I think I have to agree. No one's going after them.
That isn't it the baseball head with the mustache?
I think so, yeah.
That was one generation. They changed that, actually.
Did they?
Took the mustache away.
Ah.
Was it too creepy? Yeah.
I guess it was too porno.
Maybe.
Well,
I think Mr. Met is just a baseball, right? But like
no, that's a brain tumor, actually.
Cincinnati one was they got the mustache.
Yep.
Yeah, Cincinnati had the dude with the
guys, it's different. It's different. He has a mustache. All right.
It's like what was the Milwaukee Brewers guy would ride the slide into a thing of beer, and then in like the 90s they stopped that because they didn't want kids drinking beer. You're like, what the fuck, dude? Why are you ruining people's good time?
It's not even called Miller Park anymore. Now it's like Family Value Park or something like that. I don't know.
All these.
Yeah.
I hate that too because Miller Park is one of my favorite parks. I've never been there, but I want to go.
That's on my bucket list to go to for sure.
Well, they're all on there for me, but yeah, I want to get them to slide. Ray, how famous do we have to get to let us go on the slide? Like
we need at least like 500,000 on TikTok. I think. Like I think they take
that's one
that
video.
More seriously than they would like. Oh,
that's
they got
one
1,500 followers on Twitter.
If I take my shirt off and nail a dance, like really nail it, that's one. That's it. That's done. That's 500,000.
Fuck yeah!
Yeah,
you should
I'd keep my shirt on though if I could.
Well, it'll still jiggle either way, sir. I mean, it's right there.
But you want to be provocative so you get the views.
Do I though?
I mean, I'm just saying.
No,
crop top.
No. I just want them to love me for my dance moves. Nothing, not my body, my dance moves.
Then wear like a burgundy. Like, is that a tracksuit or is that a sweater top?
This is a sweater. However, I'm thinking about just becoming like a tracksuit guy. Just just tracksuits.
Yes. You should be tracksuit guy.
That'd work.
Wait a minute. Will tracksuit guy fit well in Uricsville is the question.
Probably. Yes. Yeah, probably. I don't listen. I'm in New Philadelphia. I don't go to Uricsville. All right, that's a town over. I don't go down there. I drove through there the other day on my way to Pittsburgh, but that's as far as I don't go down to Macaulay Drive.
You know, fuck with them McCalls.
This is all just new to me. Okay.
I'm just saying road names. That's not that weird.
It's country white people. And
it's just new because when he mentioned where you stay when we talked on Saturday, I was like, where the hell is that? I've never heard of it.
It's just straight down 77. It's not real hard to find.
Yeah, it's like south of Canton.
Mm-hmm.
And I used to go there. My ex, before I started doing, or when I started doing stand up, the girl I was seeing, one, that was the cousin who owns a strip club. And I went to his house, and I think we said this on the last podcast. His house absolutely looked like he owned a strip club. Gold shit everywhere, in-ground pool with like a deck around it. Rich motherfucker. Like, what the shit? But wonderful man. Not gonna say anything bad about him. He's actually a former cop, which is hilarious to me. You go from enforcing the law to making the law your bitch. Like, I love that about a strip club owner. And but yeah, it's cool. They got good wineries down there. I like the wineries that are there. And then just Amish country, Berlin. Berlin. Dry county, sir. Dry.
It's a dry town. I was told, like, one of my brother's buddies who was at his wedding was said, I said something about it. He's like, I'm like, what's it like living in a dry county? He's like, well, it's not a dry county. It's just the town's dry, but it sucks. I'm like, of course it sucks. He's got to drive 20 minutes to get alcohol and to get beer. I'm like, that sucks.
Yeah. I went to one of the what do you call it? Resorts down there. And like, we were walking around with beer in solo cups, and it was like an unguarded or like a well-known secret that if you do it that way, you can drink while you're in like the pool area and shit. It was fun.
Why would you want to go anywhere for a weekend where like alcohol is frowned upon?
I don't know.
It all depends. If the alcohol is not good, then maybe it might be a good reason. I don't know. A good illegal reason? I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah, I love drinking too much to like live in those places. Like, ew.
Casey's just out here dropping song lyrics.
Yeah, he's been doing that since like I put the stream up, I think.
Okay, here's some Creed right here. I like that. he knows how to get to my heart.
Yeah, Thomas. Tim is a massive Creed fan.
Not ironically.
Yeah.
Not ironically.
And I've admitted on this show, I like Creed. I do. I even like old school 90s Creed where it's like,
the only Creed there is. That's the only Creed. It's like, I think they broke up in like 2002.
Yeah, they became Alter Bridge, I believe.
Well, yeah, they don't say it like that, but yeah, it's basically they joined with three of the guys who made a band with Miles Kennedy.
Yeah,
Scott Stapp's still the man. He's still making his own solo shit, and it's fine.
Like, he loves Scott Stapp, sir. Like, loves Scott Stapp.
He's the
That's
man.
something to put in my memory bank, and I know what to use just in case to get on his good side.
Okay, good.
So, I mean, I can't make fun of him. You know who one of my favorite artists is?
Refresh my memory. Remember, I'm drinking.
Madonna.
Huh?
I'm the biggest Madonna fan ever.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
that's awesome.
No, wait. I got to clarify. Everything before Who's That Girl? All this new stuff where she's really inventing herself as a disco artist and shit. No, I can't get down with that.
But by new, he means like 1986. Like, that's the new Madonna.
I like a prayer. That's a great fucking song. And then it's good sometimes to get high to And I Feel, or Ray of Light. I'm all for it. Yeah, throw that up, Thomas. Just click on his name, and it's Casey Jones, one of our many trolls that we have. We get a lot of the runoff from the MMA holes.
Call Casey that. Casey's an OG. That's what Casey is.
I love Casey though. I feel like we've done a year or almost a year with him. So
no, it's only been like just.
So click on his name and then.
Yeah, just click on his name.
Okay.
Should show up. Yep, there we are. Whitney Houston. And then got one more underneath that. Click that just to keep the bit going. Oh, I want to dance with somebody. And yes, I agree with Casey on this one. Click the one underneath here. That is a true statement. When she was 18, I have never fucked a girl below my own age that wasn't able to drink. Well, no, I say that wrong. There was a 20-year-old, but whatever. That was 20. She's one of the hottest 18-year-olds outside of like Debbie Harry. Too.
That was in
Debbie
1953.
Harry. I don't care.
She's been injecting her body with poisons and chemicals ever since. To try to get that back, and it hasn't worked.
No. And then you click it again, by the way, to take it off. That's all you got to do. That's why I like StreamYard. Next week, we get a year subscription, bitches. I'm buying it as a birthday anniversary Hanukkah gift for all of us. A year of StreamYard. Woohoo! I have money.
I didn't know you knew I was Jewish.
Well, I mean, it's in the nose. I'm telling you, I can just see it perfectly.
If you know Ray, you know that if you were Jewish, he wouldn't ask you to do this.
Hey, I love the Jewish people.
He's a monster.
No, they're wonderful. No. Their houses are amazing when I spray them. No. It's a great time.
You're a monster.
No, and I'm not even using that as a Holocaust thing, to be honest.
Now he messed it up. See, I knew if I threw it out there, he'd fuck it up eventually. I couldn't just backpedal himself out of it. He had to eventually throw the bomb. That's what he does.
You lean in. That's what makes it fun. But no, yeah, most of my customer base is. So they're wonderful people. They're great. Plus they have many holidays and will send you away and be like, come back next week. Okay. I don't have to do you today. Nice. Thank you. I get an hour to myself. Cool. Oh, they're fantastic.
All right, you backpedaled out of it.
I did. But I have to say that because I do love them. I do. Plus, also, like, I grew up around like yeshivas and stuff. So there's a yeshiva just down the road.
I bet it's the Muslims he hates. I'm sorry.
Yes, I am not a fan. Not a fan at all. Not. Oh no. If you, Thomas, go back in some of our episodes. We're talking about Khabib Nurmagomedov. I go on the rants of almost who was the guy that was the senator, but he was a Klansman? What was that guy? David
Duke.
David Duke. It's almost on the level of David Duke when it comes to Muslims. But like, I just no, because I hate Khabib. Like, I hate Khabib Nurmagomedov with a passion that burns with the intensity of 1,000 white hot suns. Because boring ass fighter, boring. He makes wrestling boring. How do you do that?
Like we've had this argument so many times. I'm just not going to get into it with him anymore.
And then with
silly argument, it makes no sense. So you can just keep going, chase his own tail on this one.
Did you hear what he just said though? How do you make wrestling boring?
Yeah.
WWE Raw writers on Monday.
Tim won't get that because he doesn't watch wrestling. How
can you have a draft? That's silly. Like, listen. Like, no other sport has had a fixed draft since the Cavs got LeBron James. So, like, or since the Knicks got anyone decent. Yeah, no. So, yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
What they do is they play with our emotions. What they do is they give us this whole thing of hope. Like, we're gonna do something brand new, and it's gonna switch up. And then half the night, you're like, okay, this guy's staying here. It's a horrible story-written thing, which Charlotte Flair blew out the water on Friday when she got drafted, and no one's talking about it.
Did she?
Drafted by whom? Like, what? I don't get it.
Okay, so...
Oh, you know what? Damn it, I shouldn't have asked. Fuck, it's going to be the whole rest of the episode.
No, not at all. We have fights to talk about, and I want to get your opinion on some shit later, so...
This is going to be quick. Charlotte Flair comes out and says, I'm glad to be drafted on SmackDown because the WWE and Fox needs me here. It's basically because Fox wants to get paid, and that's how they're trying to do. That's all it is right now. It's not.
Oh, it's the network. It's the shows.
Yeah.
Oh, I get you.
You get drafted to USA and Monday Night Raw. It's like dual team kind of thing.
Is it getting drafted by the USA Network like getting drafted by the Jets?
No, it's like getting drafted by the Pirates, and you're like
same thing.
already signing the contract. Like you're fucked. Just be like, all right, Monday's work. Like I'll be in Atlanta or Tucson, Arizona, like on Monday. Cool.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, man. Like I don't know. They've been doing this since what? 2003. I think the draft has been a thing. It's every year they just basically move dudes around. Like it's like the Catholic Church. You move them from one thing when they're starting to really go bad, and you go to another place. So like
too many kids, their asses is going on the other side.
You do gay porn and your name is Lars Sullivan. Like that bearded fuck.
And then then Tim is the season premieres. Like wrestling has a season premiere.
Because they're not AEW. And Tim, I will say this, get on AEW, you might like it. It's gotten better.
No.
CM Punk's there. Don't you want to see a washed up UFC fighter wrestle again?
Not that one.
Tim would rather go. I guarantee you, if I gave Tim.
Who'd that Gable do the Olympian? Who'd he sign with?
WWE.
WWE.
Which is a wasted opportunity for him. Honestly.
He's not able to touch the mat till next year.
But again, like
he was talking about fighting, that all of a sudden he signed with the WWE, right? So
yeah, it was a sad day. I actually wanted to see Gable go to either Bellator or the UFC after finding a team.
He has to learn. I mean, he has to learn how to professional wrestle too. But like that, you have to, he could suck at MMA, and that's the whole thing. That he could just.
Yeah, I mean,
they want to make him the guy. They can make him the guy as long as he learns the fundamentals, and they know he's athletic. So
you gotta work.
I'm not saying it's easier because it's completely different, but like he's not going to get embarrassed probably in WWE. They probably won't let him.
That's the next Kurt Angle. They're going to protect him.
I hope they do. If they just turn him in like Chad Gable, I understand Chad Gable was a small actual amateur, but they made him a goof. Like they turned an Olympian into a fucking and a multi-time NCAA champion into a fucking goof, and he could have been a great cruiserweight champion as a legitimate wrestler. Like I love wrestling. I love doing catch wrestling. I love doing fucking jiu-jitsu. Grappling is fun. Habib does not make it fun. But like, I would still have
finished. Damn it! Every time he knows he can get me in with this. Although we've had this, you know why? It's because Thomas is here and he hasn't had me hear me make the same argument 1,000 times.
Well, yeah. So, I want Thomas to know what he's getting into as our producer.
All I was going to say is that those last how many fights he finished the guy.
I know, but he took a fortnight to get there.
Oh, he didn't.
Yes, he did.
Second round against Gaethje.
Yeah, second round. He could have raped Gaethje in the first fucking round and got it over with. Same thing with fucking the cubic zirconia, which, by the way, fuck the UFC for having him get a fucking title shot. That piece of shit. I hate you, cubic zirconia. Fuck you.
Who?
Dustin Cubic Zirconia Poirier, the most sensitive fighter in mixed martial arts history. Habib jumping into the crowd looked more measured than that man during his promo. Fuck that bullshit.
We already talked about this too, and I don't feel like doing it again. So
I'm mad he's fucking, and I hope Charles Oliveira knocks his head off. I really do.
That's going to be a great fight. I'm really excited
It's
for it.
going to be
I
great.
think they said December 11th. I think that's going to be
December.
great.
Yeah, December 11th. That's going to be the like right before Christmas card. They're going to do.
Did you see all the shuffling they did for the Abu Dhabi card, the next pay-per-view?
No, what's going on?
Well, Sterling got hurt, so they're going to do
Oh, yeah.
an interim.
I saw that.
They're giving it to Sandhagen, which is great because I don't know if Dillashaw didn't want it or what, because I don't know what happened there. But Sandhagen's getting it, although he came off a loss. I put it in quotes because that was a shady loss. That was a shady decision. But,
those judges were horrible that night.
Yeah, I'm happy. I love Sandhagen, so I'm happy he's going to fight Jan. He could very possibly beat Peter Jan. And then, Islam Makhachev is supposed to fight DeSantos, but DeSantos is out, and he's going to fight Dan Hooker.
I saw that, and I am all for it.
Yeah, it should be fun.
Yes.
The only thing is, like, can Dan Hooker even go home now? Like, he has to quarantine for like a month in a hotel to get back into New Zealand. But by the time he does that, he has to leave again. So I don't even know if he's going to go home. And he has family, so good for him for doing that. But that's nuts. I mean, there's a reason why those guys are so pissed about New Zealand right now, and it makes sense. They won't even let him train. They let other sports train, but they won't let the fighters train in their own gyms, apparently. So.
Yeah, Australia and New Zealand are starting to get a little bit their people are starting to get antsy, and I love watching it. But like, honestly, these guys bring in how much into those local economies just by being fighters. I mean,
I don't know. New Zealand, I don't know.
For the dollar rate, I would think the American dollar is still above like whatever the pound or whatever New Zealand uses.
We should probably look it up because I probably doubt that's true.
Thomas, look that up. What's a dollar in New Zealand dollars?
I don't even know what they use.
Yeah, it could. Dung. Hi, mate. I got you some dung.
Mark Hunt's toenails.
No, that's like gold in New Zealand.
Gold is true.
You can buy a mansion with Mark Hunt's toenails. Guarantee it.
Oh, wow.
It's like those people who live underground.
Definitely kill a man with Mark Hunt's toenails.
Oh, sure. God, yeah.
Actually, Ray, you might be close because $1 in New Zealand's dollar is actually an extra 44 cents. So you can afford to get the bigger Big Mac if they have it there.
Yeah.
There you go. Sorry. Oh, okay. That surprises me because I know at the euro it's like 60 cents to our dollar or something.
Yeah. So, but it's one of those things where, like, to let those guys, but let other athletes, and I understand, like in New Zealand, recently actually, they did, or was it Australia? Australia did hosted an All Blacks rugby game, and in the like western part of the country, the eastern part you still can't do shit, but the western part they did like an All Blacks game. For rugby, and those are New Zealanders, so they have to stay in Australia for like what was it? I think a month. Yeah, you're right. Fuck, dumb. Just let the fucking athletes do their thing and entertain us. That's all.
I mean, there's a reason why like no one's dying in New Zealand too. So that's. Cat, you're on me. I don't know where my phone is. Oh, there it is. Okay.
Locate your phone, douchebag.
He was laying upon it. Upon it. You guys hear about this dude who died?
Yeah, actually, Tom, if you could bring that story up, and I want to talk about this. Tim, a question for you. Thomas, question for you. Anybody not see it coming?
What do you mean?
Bare knuckle boxing?
Oh, did you not see what happened?
I did, but like
it had had to do with the fact that it was bare knuckle. Zero.
Oh.
Yeah, did you not see the fight?
No.
He got knocked out and he landed on his head and he screwed up his spinal cord and because it made him not be able to breathe. He was on a ventilator for like 6 weeks and eventually died. This guy Thornton, what was his first name? I think his last name was Thornton.
Yeah, Thomas is bringing it up here. Justin Thornton, 38, suffered a neck injury during a sanctioned bare knuckle fighting championship event in Biloxi on what day was it? The August 20th, I believe. Bring it down a little bit for us.
Yeah, and no,
There we
people
are.
when they see this and read this
Obviously.
are going to think what Ray thought and be like, "Oh yeah, of course it's bare knuckle." But you look at it, it had nothing to do. He just got knocked out and fell over, and he landed on his head. The exact same thing happened when Yuri, the Czech dude with those nasty elbows, knocked out Dominic Reyes. Remember Dominic Reyes landed on his neck? He got lucky and didn't break his neck. This guy did break his neck, and then he ended up dying from it 6 weeks later because he couldn't breathe. So it could have happened to anybody. That could possibly happen on every single knockout on the feet. It
could also happen in boxing.
Luckily. Yeah, like I said, every knockout on the feet.
Yeah,
it could, in football, it could happen in football too. Anything. Just
I'm surprised Jessica I didn't have that.
Well, she didn't land on her neck like that though. She landed backwards. If you land forwards and you like this.
Oh yeah, more compression. Yeah,
the video is available too. If you want to look up Justin Thornton.
Yeah, look that up. Bring us back to the press the 2-man.
Hold on, let me see. Go back. I apologize for being slow.
You're good, buddy. There we are. And then look the video up and let's watch it because yeah, I mean, again, I did the stereotypical thing of I only read really the I read a little bit into it, but also I was at work. So hats off to me for journalisming, everybody. I do the right
thing. As usual, I got you back, and I can.
I Don Lemon everybody.
As usual, I have to. Don Lemon. You had to. I had to save you as usual.
I'm trying to find it, you guys. Is it?
It should be on YouTube. You just look up Justin Thornton BKFC. It should come up.
Okay.
Yeah.
I apologize.
All good.
No, you're fine, buddy. This is your first day. I'm not expecting you to be great. You're already doing a good job, though, and I appreciate that, buddy. For those of you watching, this is the lovely man known as Thomas Pope. He is our new producer, and we're having him on talking about stuff and having some fun with him because we love him. At least I do. Tim's lukewarm. I can already feel it.
What? That's not true. I love everybody.
All right, I think I got it here. Hold on.
Yeah, it's it. Anytime you see a dangerous thing like this, you're like, I don't.
Especially because you know how it ends, right?
Yeah.
Number one, it's not great, but then when you saw Dominic Reyes, it's like, oh, he's all right, he's alive. But this guy, yeah, it took 6 weeks, but yeah, he was on a ventilator for most of the time, and eventually just didn't work out.
Yeah.
This one here is not what I thought, but I'm gonna play it anyway. Hold on.
All right. At least give us the if it's somebody breaking it down, at least give us the things so we can shout them out. Because
going for the one I'm going for is a 37-seconder. So
that's fine.
That will be it. I think that's the one I saw.
Okay. 1, 2, boom. All right.
Yep, and go full screen on it before you do that. That way you can
see it.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Double what now? Hold on.
The full screen. It's the box.
My bad. Yep. I apologize.
You good? Again, brother. This is. Yep. There we are. Yep. Perfect. Ooh. Oh. You see his body just leap. Like, that's the thing. You see his body go leaping up. Just wasn't. Oh, there it is. Forehead first.
Yeah, anytime they go forward, man, when they hit their neck, because that could always happen, right? Luckily, it hasn't happened as often as it could, right? Because like every single time someone's knocked out on their feet, they go forward, that could happen, right? So luckily
yeah.
It doesn't happen a lot, but I mean, but again, I'm sure that there's people that are going to be screaming about the fact that this is a bare knuckle fight, but they won't be paying attention to the fact that it didn't have anything to do. Like, he would have been knocked out with 4-ounce gloves too. Like it.
Yeah.
Like I said, the same thing happens in MMA all the time. Just luckily he didn't actually break his neck. So
yeah, the Mississippi Commission, I did read, told them that they better be careful or something like that. kind of blaming BKFC for this, and you really can't on that knockout, especially because
well, I mean, the only thing you could is blame them for the matchup, but I don't know anything about the matchup. So I mean, it could have been a shit matchup. They've done that before. They put guys into the wolves before to get crushed.
Oh yeah.
So that may have been what happened. I don't know. But I mean, if that's what happened, then you can get pissed because of that. But just that it was a freak accident that happened. It's unfortunate.
Yeah. I mean,
well, now that we're all in a good mood.
Nah.
Oh,
this is how we play, Tom. Every single time, it's fun.
I'm learning. That's why I'm sitting back and just listening. I mean, I agree with what y'all said, but if he put himself, it's a freak accident, like you said. He put himself in that. Can you really blame anyone? I mean, simply put, can you really just blame anyone for that if he put himself? It's almost like when Kimbo Slice was doing all those backyard fights. If you're doing backyard fighting, then something's gonna happen.
Well, any matchup that shouldn't happen, like when Holyfield just fought Belfort. Yeah, I can absolutely blame everyone involved for that. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. Yeah, sure. That, but no one on earth should have let that happen. No one. There's no one. He's just trying to make money. The guy's trying to make money. You shouldn't let him make money that way. You shouldn't let him be in a car fighting someone like Belfort. So, like I said, I don't know anything about this matchup. I don't know if it was a mismatch or not. But yeah, you can absolutely blame everybody involved when there's a mismatch for sure. I do all the time.
But like, I don't think that could have been that much of a mismatch. Especially,
I don't know at all. So I didn't look it up. I don't know.
Justin looked like he was trying to at least fight back, which was good. He just got caught with something right on the jaw. I mean, that's the thing. And especially with like bare knuckle, there is a little bit more, but you also have to think though, like that dude was probably kind of out on his feet already. And it's the way it's like somebody ragdolling in UFC like 3 or like 2010. They're gonna go head first just because there's no code right now going through the body. So we're gonna drop it and see the ragdoll physics and shit happens, especially after watching the clip. I mean, he got hit pretty good. That was a great hook. And for him to die like that, it's tragic, but like, I'm not gonna, I'm gonna go full Ivan Drago. I mean, if he dies, he dies. It's,
That's not funny.
I mean, where's my big business hat? My big business hat's in the back room.
I don't know what the guy who knocked him out says about this, but I'm sure he feels horrible.
Yeah.
No one wants that to happen. No one in their right mind wants that to happen. No one actually thinks if he dies, he dies. They might say that, but no one actually. I mean, in the right mind actually thinks that.
Anytime you boom Mancini somebody, it's not a good time.
No.
Are you familiar with that, Thomas?
Yeah.
With the Dooku Kim. Like, I won't watch that fight. That's one boxing match I will never watch because I already know the outcome, and I don't want to watch that. Like, I don't want to watch a dude die.
Where's the blame? Well, the referee in that fight blamed himself because he killed himself afterwards.
Yeah.
And the thing is, he should have stopped that fight, and he didn't. Maybe damage would have been already done. Who knows for sure? But, he didn't.
I don't think he would have been left out on a stretcher the way he was.
It depends when. I don't know. You haven't even seen it, Ray. You just said.
But I've seen highlights. I've never seen the full. I have. I've never seen
everything there is to know about that movie. I don't like it. Well, you saw it? No, I saw the trailer, but I don't like it. That's you. That's you. That movie
Amazon Prime.
I saw the trailer and I knew it sucked with a trailer.
Yeah, I put it through Amazon Prime or Netflix and said, "All right, this trailer looks hilarious. I'm gonna watch this fight against Bobby Chacon because it's a good fucking fight." But I don't want to watch the horror film where somebody pops out of a vagina. That's not what I want to see right now.
It's a birthing video. I don't understand it's not a horror film.
Oh, there's some horror films where like vaginas for some reason, like Bride of Chucky, good example. Bride of Chucky.
I'm not a big horror movie guy, period. So
I like horror to a point.
Me neither. I don't like this stuff I'm good.
My favorite shit's B or C level horror. Like it looks like a student film. Like I love those kind of horror films where you can laugh the entire time.
I'm excited to see Jorge's movie Hellvan. When's that coming out?
Yes. I want him on this podcast to talk about Hellvan because I want behind the scenes of that because we know a lot of people in that movie. So that'll be fun. And hopefully we get a screener so I can watch the movie and be like, ha! Or he puts it on YouTube. Who knows? I want it though. God damn it. I want that movie because I've seen a buddy of ours, Thomas, who is in Kent, has been making a movie called Hellvan for what, like the past year and a half?
Really, a couple years. Like I've heard about Hellvan like 4 or 5 years ago, and then so he's been working on it for a while.
But it's a horror film, and I don't even want to know what it's about yet. I just want to see it.
Well, it's pretty self-explanatory. It's about a van from hell. I don't really know.
Oh, okay. He never told me about it, or I was probably drunk when he was telling me, so I don't know.
Yeah, I just know there's they light people on fire and there's zombies.
Yeah, I saw that. The fire guy was hilarious. Right. We know eccentric people, Thomas. Well, also I did introduce.
We know crazy motherfuckers is what we really do.
Do you know who I introduced Thomas to?
God.
No, that he already found that probably on his own through his grandma or mama. But it's Don Shear. Actually, like he's good friends also with Don Shear. If you know Don.
Me?
No,
I don't.
You don't?
I don't think.
He's like a fat white dude. Sounds like Violent J from the Insane Clown Posse. He's
yeah, he does. Now that you say it,
he used to be like, "Hey, quick, hurry up, bang!" You're like, "Yeah, okay." You put on the paint.
Quick story, Tim, about Don. He almost got me fired from my radio station.
Oh.
I interviewed him because not only does he do the comedy, but he does renovations and stuff like that. And he was talking about it. He drops an F-bomb. Luckily, nobody listens to my station on Sundays. So
live on air, he did this?
Yes.
Don. Bastard.
It was fun. I was good with it.
I love that guy just because of the level of not giving a fuck. Like I was talking about the fucking the comic from earlier. She was in a room full of black people and she's a juggalette and said, "What up, my ninjas?" And I'm like, no. And Don is the same way with his comedy. Just don't give a shit and kills, fucking crushes in black rooms, destroys. And I'm like, this man looks like he should like hate everybody in the room, but fuck is he good in these rooms. Like so good, really good. Love him.
He's just an all around good person. Like
great too.
He goes.
I'll introduce you sometime, Tim.
Yeah, you got me. He renovates like elderly people's homes in East Cleveland. Man has no fear, no nothing, and I love him for it. I love him for it.
Oh man. I want to get into something real quick before we get into fights because I think we should at least have some fun.
Are you not having fun? I'm always having fun, Ray.
I'm having fun. My beard may show an upset father, and my hair does too. But I am having a good time because I'm drinking beer. So
Thomas, how do you feel about tequila?
Yes.
I will try. I don't have no problems with it.
So we hate it, and we hate it. But some reason we played this ridiculous game. But a couple weeks, right? I mean, when the next pay-per-view is, it's going to be in Abu Dhabi. So there's 2 pay-per-views in a row.
I know. Yeah. Our livers are going to hate us for this fucking shit. It's not going to be fun.
And my wallet's going to hate me too, man. Jeez. Like, not only that, but I don't even know what I'm doing with the Wilder Fury fight this weekend.
I was thinking about buying it. And if I'm trying to think if I supposedly. Well, we'll talk about that off air because it's kind of illegal, but I'm
It's
thinking
on
about
ESPN
buying
Plus. You can watch like three. I think two people can watch it at once.
it. Okay, yeah,
So,
that's what I was talking about.
Yeah, you're allowed to do that. That's not
Okay,
not
that's what
illegal,
I was
though.
thinking about
Yeah.
doing. Is like whatever the price is, I give you like half of it.
It's $80, and like
$40 isn't that bad.
no,
It's like
probably
25
Let's see
euro.
what
I saw it was like
I'm
25
doing
euro for people. I'm like, and they were bitching. I'm like, bitch, we paid $100 for Mayweather. Like, go fuck yourself. Like,
25 years is like $40.
it's still like they were bitching about it. I'm like, that doesn't sound that much. Like, I would give 25 euro.
I used to have €5.
Did you?
Just, but I gave it to somebody who's a band from Austria who was hanging out. I saw him a bunch of times. And I hung out with him for like 2 weeks when they were here. And I'm like, "Hey, you want this $5 euro?" I'm like, there you go, $5. Take it home. So there was that. That's all I got rid of my euro that I wasn't going to do anything with.
Band from Austria, was it metal? Please tell me it was metal.
No, this was a dollar bill. Yeah, they have like dollar.
No, metal band.
Oh,
metal band? No, they weren't metal. They were I don't know, like a experimental indie band. They're pretty good. They weren't a metal band, but
Tim is a very eclectic man, like myself.
Don't I look eclectic? Kat,
You
what are
do.
you doing?
You look like you run your own record store with that hoodie
Right.
on. Like you have the Japanese vinyl in the back waiting for like a regular to come in and be like, got that new what were they called? Your Japanese metal band?
Bandmate? Bandmate or Bandmate's not a metal band, but the Bandmate or Baby Metal or
a Bandmate was the one.
Bandmate's fucking awesome. Love
I gotta
Bandmate.
look them up.
They're awesome.
Because
Yeah.
my favorite Japanese is X Japan. They made
Nice.
that super song in Saw.
Yeah, I know. That's how I know them is through Saw, and I was always there's this one band that does pro wrestling themes called AMA or AMAMA or something like that. It's some weird like letter pronunciation or like thing. And they actually did the theme song for Yamato, the wrestler. Oh, so good. So good.
Kat,
I love J-Rock so much.
You gotta do something here. You gotta
both the wrestler and
buddy.
Also the metal. J-Rock.
What were you gonna say before we start talking about tequila?
Yeah, because I know I'm gonna have to buy some. Oh no, I don't. Junior got something upstairs, so I'm all set when y'all go.
Yeah, it's I actually told Thomas the rules, everything about it.
The rules aren't very difficult. It's not really complicated.
Believe it or not, though, my buddy John, who you met,
don't disrespect the wheel. All right, that's the only rule. Don't disrespect the wheel.
Yeah, you only get one pass. One pass.
One pass, okay.
One pass. Yeah, Tim will send you the wheel every week. He makes it himself.
It's not very difficult.
No, I thought it was. I didn't know you could make it that easy. To be honest with you, I could have been gambling for years now, but no, it's fucking. He finds this like website where you can make your own fucking wheel.
That's cool.
Yeah. We have production value on this show, or at least try to.
Try to.
Yeah.
What were you saying before that? Then
Oh, I wanted to talk. You brought it up actually. The Fury Wilder fight, dude. I'm in the camp of excited. I don't know why. I have a feeling about this fight that it's going to be another magical trilogy. And I really want it to happen because I love Tyson Fury. Like, if I could get Freed from Desire by Gala tattooed, the full lyrics on my body, I would do it in honor of Tyson Fury. I love that man.
Can you not?
What?
Can you not? Can you just do that?
That would be funny. Just like freed from desire. Your defense.
It's gonna be fine. I don't know. I'm not really excited for it. To be honest with you,
not a lot of
not
people
as excited as I was
dude.
before. I don't know. It's how bad he beat him the last time. Beat his ass, and I don't expect it to be much better.
I mean, it
Fury
could
he's
happen.
not feeling great, but I don't really know if that means anything. I think he'll be fine. I expect Fury to win. Maybe he won't finish him this time. Maybe he'll go a little distance, but I expect him to win.
Yeah, we have it. I want to see if he's got any long haul effects from having the vid, because he tested positive, and that's why this fight was pulled originally. Is because it was supposed to happen in June? I want to say.
I forget.
Yeah, it was like June or July. It was supposed to happen.
I don't remember.
During the summer, and then Tyson Fury ends up getting fucking COVID-19 right like weeks out. He had trained, did everything he could, and then gets the fucking vid. And hopefully, one, he can smell, because that's starting to come back now. Taste, not so much for me. But yeah, man, I want to see how he performs, and hopefully there's no real lasting effects that he has, and his cardio is good, and he's able to take down Deontay Wilder again. Deontay Wilder looks jacked, by the way, if you've looked at some of his shit.
It's not new, though, like he always has.
I don't know. He comes into fucking fights skinny. Like he looks thin.
Well, yeah,
he's
like a 215 heavyweight or something, right? It's not. Yeah.
He's like the Ryan Bader of the heavyweight division. Like he came in, has a lot of fucking power, but just, I mean, if he doesn't beat Fury, I'd say like give him maybe one more fight. But
ever?
Yeah.
He's like in his 20. How old is he? That's what Ray does. Ray kicks people.
Yeah, I get the shovel out quick and bury people.
This is how I do. Like right away. This guy's done. And you know what? He's been wrong.
I'm like the Young Bucks. I just bury the tag team division.
He does
with every scoop.
No, it does.
That was for Thomas.
It's funny. Like he always is like, I think this guy's done. I'm like, he's done. He lost one fight. Like that's what Ray does.
Hey, I mean, I've been right so far on Tony Ferguson. So
you weren't right on Anthony Smith. You were pretty wrong about that.
Yeah, Anthony Smith though, like he came out, like he showed. So I like, what are you pointing at?
Cat. He's right here.
Oh, okay. Your mom was like, "Where's the cat?"
Yeah.
Okay, good. Yeah, Tim, like myself, lives. We live with our mothers.
The thug life chose us.
Hey, I'm jealous because at least y'all don't got to pay that. I'm jealous.
Do you have your own space where somebody respects your space?
I mean, it's our own. It's my brother stays in his room, and then it's just me and the rest of the place. And my cat.
I envy you. I wish I had that. I want it so bad.
No, when you have a cat like his cats, I appreciate that. Your cats are active, but they're mild mannered. That hell beast is sitting back there planning on how to kill me. So when I'm done with this and I come up missing, it's a brown and white fucker back here that you can look at.
We'll look to the cat eating your toes. It's okay.
This one's all right. We've had this one 2 weeks. He doesn't do much. He kind of does his own thing. Like we don't know where he is at the time, which is kind of cool. The other one's kind of nuts, but
yeah, Cookie's fucking. I got to meet Cookie when I was there last, and it was a nice cat. I liked it.
She's all right. She's been better actually since this guy came, but she's fine. I still have a scar on my leg from when she scratched me before it got declawed, man. There's like, it's bad. She got me pretty deep.
My legs are all scarred up because this one likes feeding at certain times. You know how cats get if they're not being fed. What? Right. It's like, for real? Okay.
Oh, dude, my one girlfriend's cat won't claw at you. He stares at you judgmentally.
I love that.
And just like looks at you like rare, rare. Then it finally, I'll play this. It's like a couple minute, it's like a couple second video, but of my friend's cat meowing. And this is what it sounds like when he wants to be fed. Like it's haunting. This fucking audio will leave you bone chilled. I swear.
Well, then I don't
God.
want to hear it. There we go. Move on. There we go.
No, you must hear
this
it.
is the worst thing you ever heard. Okay, then don't play it. Like we'll just.
Oh, I'm used to that.
Yeah, that's a cat noise.
Dude, it haunts me. I don't know why.
John's here. John's here. In the comments, hey John.
Hey, John 209's here. Bring up the thing. I'm not on. I'm on full screen right now myself. I'm taking a hot break since I'm drunk. So,
which one you want me to hit?
Whatever the John 209 comments are, we appreciate this motherfucker for being with us as well. So you are literally in your mom's basement.
I am. Yeah.
Do you have Cheeto fingers like I hear so much about? Tim doesn't strike me as a Cheeto guy. He strikes me as more of a Dorito guy.
I really like to. I'm a cashew guy. I'm a nut guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Man, I have an addiction to cashews. It's kind of a problem.
I love cashews.
They're expensive.
I eat them for breakfast every morning.
Yeah, but they're good. I had cashews today. They're fantastic. I love cashews.
Yeah. That's nothing to be ashamed of. And then what's the other comment?
Expensive cashews though. That's the bummer. Right?
I know.
I'm gonna get a big tub.
Bags.
It's like you got $20 tubs of cashews. Like
I found the bag
like a Costco.
I bought it. I found it at Mark's. I was like, nope, I'm not passing this. I'm done.
Love cashews. So tasty.
Shit.
I want cashews now, damn it. Fuck you.
Yeah,
there's no cashews in my truck. I ate them all today on lunch. You son of a bitch. I'm jealous of you.
Uh-huh.
Oh. But no, I'm on, by the way. Luckily, my mom's house doesn't have a basement. So haha on you, John. Haha. It's only a crawl space. I'm in the living room with a psychic.
Hold on.
No. God, no. No.
I don't know. They're all right, man. Cool Ranch. Nothing wrong with Cool Ranch.
I can't do ranch.
When I went to the Akron Rubber Ducks games and they have that Johnny Lotte street corn stand, they have like Doritos dust you can put on your corn, and they have Cool Ranch and regular. And you can just like put your corn there. Pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not your average white dude. Like anything that like
mayonnaise,
I think you're a pretty
average white dude.
Ranch, all that shit. No, get that the fuck away from me. I want flavor, goddamn it.
I fucking love mayonnaise on a sandwich, man. Like it's like, yeah, you gotta do that. Yeah. Mayonnaise is the shit in the sandwich.
Oh, it's so gross. The consistency. It's the consistency for me.
It's fine. You just had the right sandwich with mayonnaise.
Maybe.
Oh no, I can't. There's something about mayonnaise
tomato,
to me.
Come on.
I'm a barbecue sauce fucking
stop pandering.
I was about to say hot sauce. So like I love food that can hurt me. Like that's the kind of food I love. Back in my early fandom of the UFC, when like I had first started watching, we'd get a Quaker Steak and Lube.
Place sucks.
Well, this was back when they were pretty good. Like this was, now they suck. They're terrible now. But we would go get a table of like 8 of us, and I at the main event of every UFC pay-per-view from like 2008 to 2010 would do the Atomic Wing Challenge right before the introductions. It was the entrances, and I would scarf them down, and boy, could I feel the heat the next morning. Just, it was the best. But yeah, I did that for like 3 years straight. I'm amazed I don't have like a hole in my stomach. Like it's quite insane.
I do think that that show Hot Ones, what they should do is like go to the person's house the next day and interview them again through their bathroom door.
Yes.
Especially because they just had Derek Lewis on, man. I'm sure that's going to be hilarious when Derek Lewis.
It was a funny episode. I just watched that.
I didn't see it. I'm sure it was. Derek Lewis is the best, but
Derek Lewis is the shit. One of the greatest talkers in MMA, and all he does is open his yap. It's so fun.
They have him fighting the bigger Dacus next. Is Stipe they gonna let Stipe fight anybody or what? They're just gonna wait till he retires. They're not gonna give him a fight till he's 43 and be like, you know what? I think I'm done. So maybe it's starting to piss me off. Well, I mean, it's already pissing me off. It's pissed me off the whole time. I mean, the fact
Stipe's been getting the short end of the stick since he lost the world heavyweight title because
they don't like him. But Dana
doesn't look at him as a marketable guy, and I don't get it.
Every man of America loves Stipe.
I'm aware, but do they? Besides Chicago, where else in the Midwest do they go? They don't go to St. Louis that often. They go to Texas. They go to Houston. They go to major metropolitan areas. And for some reason, even though we sold out
they don't
the
have
fucking the queue,
most places. How often do they not sell out their shows? They sell out most of their shows.
There's been times where they haven't, like Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh has not been a good market for the UFC when it comes to, because they've drawn like 7,000 people in like a 15,000 seater, because that's what PPG is.
Yeah.
They've done 2 cards, and I think the biggest they ever had was like 7,900 in Pittsburgh.
Hopefully, when they start coming around again, they go back to nationwide. I mean, they were supposed to go to nationwide right before the pandemic hit. So
I know
in Columbus, so hopefully they go there.
That caused an issue on Saturday. I was at my buddy's house watching the fights, and I started talking about a Vegas dudes weekend, and his girlfriend thought I just meant my buddy and me go to Vegas, and she got all mad. I was like, I was meaning like
it's you two and like 3 other guys.
Yeah. Didn't realize that was
that makes it better. Like
Danko. Well,
I was going to bring 4 dudes in it. What?
Okay. I was going to bring you because I'm thinking like January. I want to go watch one of the January cards at T-Mobile.
Maybe. And the thing is that I wish they had started announcing things more in advance like they used to.
Yeah, I wish they would do that too.
I think they're going, hopefully. Well, you know what? I don't know. I feel like they're getting away with it like this. They're just going to keep doing it like this.
Nah, it's advertising.
I don't know. Every time so far, then they start. This is Cookie, I think.
You lost track of cats.
No, this is Beaver. No, this is Beaver. They look the same, kind of.
Yeah, but no, man, I wish they gave more respect to Stipe. I really do, because I would love to see him versus Derek Lewis. To be honest,
that happened forever, and that's not happening. I don't know why it's not happening instead of him and Dacus, because they hate Stipe. I don't understand why. There's no real reason for it.
He sold out his fucking home stadium.
I know,
for fuck's sake.
I'm about to bring up the January matches that I got so far.
Okay,
coming up. You guys see it?
Yeah.
Well, that was last January.
Yeah, this was last January. I'm talking about 2021 or 2022. Like planning a trip.
Yeah, I don't think they've announced any of those yet.
They haven't. I think January 15th is the first like card that they're talking about.
Okay.
For the UFC for that, because I think I saw it in the UFC in 2022 thing on Wikipedia, and we all know how that's absolutely.
I really hope
happen.
They get out of the Apex at the end of the year, because I'm tired of it. I'm tired of no crowds, especially because after you see a pay-per-view like last weekend, and the next card you see there's no fans there, and you're like, this is weird.
Well, you can blame Vegas
for a minute, but this is
you can blame Harris County, and you can blame Vegas for that.
What?
Because they've cracked down a lot in Vegas when it comes to COVID.
Mm-hmm.
So they've done some lockdown, or not lockdowns or shelter in places, but they've limited stuff, and so the UFC just decided not to have crowds.
They have some people in. They just charge people an insane amount of money to be the one of like 200 people there.
Well, yeah.
Man, those people aren't loud enough. All right. If I'm spending all that money to be VIP at the Apex, man, you're gonna hear me every second of every fight. We screaming.
Oh yeah. I would be like almost hopping over the guardrail of the fucking bleachers. Like, I love this shit. Fucking love it. You should have seen me, Thomas. You should have seen me at UFC 210. I was a maniac. I was so happy to be there. Me and my buddy. I'll send you the video. He doesn't want it played, but he doesn't watch the fucking podcast of Chris Weidman coming out. Me and him are arm in arm singing fucking Won't Back Down by Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. Drunk. Just drunk. That's the card, by the way, that I forgot that I saw like
Jan
8
Blachowicz.
champions.
Yeah. And Kamaru Usman and Jan Blachowicz were both on that card.
It was like, what? Sean Strickland was on that card, I think, versus Kamaru Usman. I don't remember that night. I do not. It was all a fucking blur. I had met Dana the night before. Like, it was a weird. Yeah, I met Scrooge McDuck. It was quite a lovely moment in my life. I was playing blackjack at the Seneca Buffalo, and nobody went with me. I went by my fucking self. I was losing money horribly. I lost $100 in like 20 minutes. It was terrible.
Which
not
is
my
like
night.
$10,000 in normal people money. Ooh.
Yeah. And
close to a poor person is nuts. Cat, your foot. All right.
And I go to one last table, and then I'm gonna go home. And all of a sudden, these guys that I was talking to were like, "Hey, isn't that Dana White over there?" And I, like a fanboy, went, "Where?" And fucking left the table, got a ghost marker so I could keep my spot in the table because it was actually a pretty fun table.
That's why I can't go anywhere with you, because you're gonna fanboy out when we see somebody you know.
No, not really. If it's a hot table, I'm not leaving. What am I, a fucking rookie? No, if the hot table, I don't leave the hot table unless I feel like, oh fuck, I need a cigarette. That's the only time. There's like, because I went, I think it was 5 hours, didn't lose a dime at the end in a blackjack table. It was fun. But no, yeah, I met Dana White playing blackjack. It was the weirdest fucking day of my life because we had just gotten to Buffalo for that whole pay-per-view card. And yeah, I got a picture with him and shit, sent it to all my friends to make them jealous. It was a good day.
Did he steal your wallet?
No, I tried to steal his, but his fucking beefed up bodyguard he had. It was this like surfer dude that was just like jacked. I'm like, what the fuck? He's like 6'8", probably. His fucking bodyguard.
This is what you're saying.
Huh?
Is Chris Hemsworth was what you're saying.
I would say the Mountain meets Chris Hemsworth. Like, he was the mountain from Game of Thrones. Yeah, like straight up. But no, yeah, dude. And then the next night, got to meet like Bruce Buffer, John Anik, because they take pictures. That's the nice part. If you like yell Bruce, he'll come over to the guardrail or wherever it is and take a photo with you and have a good time. You're like, oh my god, this is so good, so cool. I love it. I love MMA. It's so much fun.
I'm hit or miss on it.
Good Newfound Glory song, by the way.
Of course it is. That's fine.
But no, yeah, man. I wanna ask you a question, and this is me just honestly throwing this out. Trapper Keeper, son. Trapper Keeper getting headbutted during his goddamn fight, and I'm calling it a no contest.
Yeah. Well, number one, it just the 30 seconds into that fight just reminded me why I love Kevin Holland so much. Although he lost his last 2 fights, you love him. You love him. DC's like, Doc is just so long, and he's just like, yeah, man, he's so long. I'm like, all right, Kevin Holland. Kevin Holland's hilarious.
Yeah, when he talked to DC when they were up against the cage, I started losing my mind. I'm like, I love you. Like, that was immediately where I'm like, he's the best.
And it's good to hear he's been working on his wrestling with the deflated Johnny Hendricks.
Yeah.
I don't remember one guy I saw like his body deflate that much when USADA came in. Then Johnny Hendricks, like he was a champion, but all of a sudden his body completely changed and he couldn't beat anybody.
He was like Johnny Hendricks' dad bod when he lost all the roids.
Yeah.
Like once he lost everything, it was almost like you watch that. You remember like looking at pictures of like your grandfather, and then you look at him now, and you're like, that dude.
Yeah, I guess when you stop pumping, have an IV of testosterone before your fights, and that probably happens. You deflate a bit. But yeah, I mean, he's the one guy that you're like, dude, he was on something. Because look at him now; he looks awful.
Yeah,
but it's good that Kevin Holland's finally been working his wrestling. I mean, it's never going to be his best thing, but if it can get to the point where it's not going to, guys who aren't wrestlers are going to take him down 20 times at a fight, literally, that's crazy.
Yeah.
But the headbutt thing was nuts. But they got it exactly right. I mean, when Mergliata said he was just going to let it go, I'm like, what? You can't do that. And then they went back and they fixed it, which is good because I mean, like, Kevin Holland, he got flash knockout, and he came back to life and started fighting on the ground, but he wouldn't have been in that Dawkins would have had the advantageous position he had to eventually get the choke if there wasn't for the headbutt. And you can't punish Kevin Holland for still fighting in that situation. That's basically what you would do if you said, because if he wouldn't have kept fighting, you'd be like, okay, it's a no contest, accidental headbutt. But because he did keep fighting, although he was definitely knocked out for at least half a second.
Fuck yeah, it was.
It wouldn't be fair to him. It's like, oh, because you kept fighting when you woke up, then we shouldn't give you a no contest. No, I mean, the reason he was in that position anyway is because of an accidental headbutt, but it was still a headbutt, and that's not a legal strike. And you don't want to lose a fight because
Dawkins was throwing his head pretty much with every strike he was doing. I was amazed it didn't happen before. He has a weird style, like really weird, and likes to throw that head every once in a while. And I'm amazed he hasn't done that previously in any of his other fights, to be honest with you.
Has he not?
I mean, I didn't notice it. And if that
I'm
means
I'm just trying to point out that you don't know because you didn't watch them all. So,
I
didn't expect you to, but it's just
I don't do homework.
No, but they got it right, and they should just run it back. I'm sure they're fine. So whatever they can make weight again. Kevin Holland was probably like today because he weighs at like 282 or 182 to fight 185. So,
well, Thomas actually sent me an article today about that, and they are running it back on November 15th, which will be awesome because the fact that, I mean, hats off, by the way, to Kevin Holland for kind of being aware of the fact that he was like, oh fuck, I gotta, at least they haven't stopped it yet,
mm-hmm.
And Dan, to his credit, was going to bring it back or was going to stop it. He jumped in immediately when he saw Kevin Holland go down like that.
Mm-hmm.
I thought he got punched. Like, I thought he got punched until they showed the replay. And then once it happened, you're like, oh, fuck. I didn't know what I got hit with. I had no idea. Holland said, recalling the incident, somebody said a headbutt, and I was like, well, that sucks. Again, how can you not love Kevin Holland? Like, he stays who he is, even when he's like, he gets headbutted accidentally. I got choked, so at the end of the day, it is what it is, and I don't think I would have gotten I would have got choked if I never got headbutted, which, I mean, it could have still happened. He's gotten choked before by high-level wrestlers. But, I mean, again, the dude is a great personality.
But how many times has he been dropped by punches? Not that often. I mean, like,
no.
So, that's what would have to happen. He'd have to get dropped by a strike, and that doesn't happen a whole lot with Kevin Holland. He beats most of the people he fights, except for maybe Thiago Santos on the feet, and that was his first UFC fight. So,
yeah. I mean, and especially after the 2020 that guy had of... real, like,
that's when I started writing his name on my trapper keeper when he won all those fights in 2020.
And I still owe you. I'm going. There may be a Christmas surprise in your stocking, young man.
Oh yeah, trapper keeper looking to write Kevin Holland's name on it in white.
No, I'm buying you a Kevin Holland trapper keeper. Probably.
Okay.
Displayed prominently. You're gonna have to put like a shelf in that wall there.
It's gonna be this wall's concrete. It's not gonna be that easy.
I mean, you get the right drill. None of those pussy. None of
Get
those
the right
pussy
drill. The house will
Kyotos.
collapse, man. We don't want that.
Make it like
That'd
what's
be
his
fun
face?
for the blooper reel though. When Tim died on the podcast because his house collapsed. Hey, you see, that's what John 209 wants to happen to you because there's no basement. He said he wants a Wizard of Oz storm to come through. Did you see that?
No, I didn't. Put that chat up there. No basement. I hope the Wizard of Oz fucking windstorm comes and get you from not having a basement in the out there in the Midwest. I mean, it is one of the first houses I've ever lived in where I've never had a basement. So that's a lovely thing. And there's stuff on the hatch. So it's not like I can get to it immediately, this fucking crawl space. I live in a bundle of tinder, sir. Wait for that match to get thrown.
No.
What was one of the first fights you saw on this card?
What? I don't know. I saw that one. I don't know. I didn't watch them all at a protest because you didn't watch the great pay-per-view last week. You didn't watch them because you suck. So I just because
I watched the co-main and the main.
You were telling me to watch these fights. I'm like, no, fuck Ray.
Okay.
And I've been hungover the last 2 days because my brother's wedding was Saturday. Actually, I wasn't really hungover, but I was sleeping the whole time. I don't know. It's the whole. I don't know. It's what I do. And then my phone was messed up. I can't get my damn phone to charge, so that's been a whole thing too. So either I was asleep or my phone was dead. Anyway, now I watched a couple of them. I don't know. I watched Alexander Hernandez knock that dude out.
That was actually what I was about to go to.
Okay.
Because damn. That was like UFC 210. That was like UFC 2010.
Well, that looked like
the video game, Undisputed.
That looked like a mismatch. I mean, I know
it was
a replacement. That happens a lot when that happens, but the better fighter, did what he's supposed to do to the lesser fighter and beat his ass, and that's what he did. So good for him.
No, yeah, and I mean the watching that mouth guard go out, and obviously the greatest referee of all time, totally letting it go. That bald-headed Uncle Fester, Chris Tyhoney, just letting everything go. Horrible ref. Don't like.
He didn't
him.
really have a chance to put his mouthpiece in, though, Ray.
I'm being an ass.
Okay. Well, that's new. Wow, that's new. That's the first time in 108 episodes. The first time Ray was ever an ass.
Mark it. But no, yeah. Alex Hernandez looked like a fucking beast during that fight. I know it was short notice, but he literally was like, I'm gonna put him out, and the way he put him out was beautiful. The right hand right across the face was good. I was very impressed by that win. That was very nice for Alex.
Sometimes guys come up in short notice and have a hell of a fight, even if they're not supposed to win. Like Chris Matino, who has a fight coming up, I think, in a couple weeks, I think. Maybe this week. I don't know. It's soon. Soon he has a fight. It might be this week, actually. I don't know. Soon he has a fight coming up. But then when he had that battle at the vape shop with Sean O'Malley, that great fight.
It was neon, just neon lights, and it was mostly in their hair. Mm-hmm. It was probably one of the greatest fights Sean O'Malley has ever had against a man who uses as much hair dye as he. And that was the nice part. Those dudes, I want to see a rematch. Like, I want to see a rematch down the line. No, let it happen.
No. Well, you know what? No, that's kind of the fight that Sean O'Malley will take right now. Because he's like, if you're going to pay me the same amount of money to fight Chris Matino than you would to fight a top 10 guy, then I'll fight Chris Matino. He's the one guy saying that. I'm like, good for him.
Fuck yeah,
I mean, as a fan, I want to see him fight tougher guys, but as someone that I wish, their pace structure was different and better for them, then go ahead and say that.
All right. You bring that up. I'm actually going to take a leak real quick, and you bring up fighter pay. There was something I wanted to bring up.
Dana said it. I don't believe it. So
no, he had paperwork to prove it.
I don't.
It was during the thing, but I'm going to take a piss real quick. Thomas, get to know Tim. He's a crazy man. Don't believe anything he says.
So that means believe everything he says, especially
Exactly.
about you.
It was about him, yes.
That works.
All right, I'll be back.
Honestly, Thomas, I don't think we need Ray for this podcast at all. I've been looking to replace him for 108 episodes. So.
Oh wow! So we're just gonna put him off the thing?
Yeah, he's done. Just lock him out. He's fine. He's done. I'm tired of his Muslim phobia and his
what phobia?
He's a prejudiced man, and it bothers me.
Well, what the thing is about his prejudice is it's a different kind of prejudice. It's an acceptable prejudice. Like there's prejudice and then there's acceptable. You can take it. Kind of.
I don't know if I can accept anything that Ray says. That's hard to do. Islam, that's what it's called. I was trying to think of the name of it. Islamophobia. That's what Ray has. Is Islamophobic. That's what.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, he has that. But honestly, I agree with you. You can't trust Ray. Ray has gotten me chopped by a professional wrestler before. So yeah. It was bad. I was running a show that we used to do at the school, and where the board was its own separate room. So I couldn't run. So I'm locked in this room with this wrestler who happens to be the Latin Tag Team champion at the time, buffed up, real huge, chops me 10 times because Ray told me to play something and I played it like a dumbass. So see, I agree with you. I don't know about putting them off because I'm new here, but I agree with you.
All right, Ray, you're out.
Thomas is laughing. That means
we said you're out. You're
can't
out.
Hear you. Can't hear you. What'd you say?
You've been voted out. You've been voted out.
Okay.
You're done. We're demoting you to a podcast you're gonna do with Casey Jones. About weed in Utah.
I like it. I can shit on the Mormon religion and it'll be a fun time. All right. It's perfect. There's a big Latter-day Saints church by me, so that's.
I was telling him about how you got me assaulted by Isaac.
How did that happen?
I played Johnny Gargano's theme.
Oh, yeah, it's fun. So, yeah, there's a local wrestler that's in WWE now. My buddy, a lot of wrestlers don't like him. And he had a song that everybody thought said his name, but it wasn't that. And yeah. And then Thomas on our old show, The WrestleManiacs, which was on BeOnAirLive.com. Shout out to a place I haven't paid off yet.
No.
And
yeah.
I still probably owe them money. Who knows? But a buddy of ours ran in and attacked Thomas, and it was a good day because he just did it on purpose, and that's why I love this boy.
It was a good day for them because they laughed the balls off.
Oh, it was so hilarious.
I'm in there chopped. Like the show, just chopped. Period.
Yeah. There's wrestling chop right to the chest. Oh, I love it, man. Then there was the day, I'll never forget this day as long as I live. A snowstorm, Tim, fucked up a bit of ours that we were going to do. We weren't going to tell Thomas that we had this one wrestler that he really likes, Ember Moon. She's in WWE now. But she was known as Athena on the independent wrestling circuit. And I knew somebody that was a wrestler that knew her, and they were going to drive up to the show and we were going to lock Thomas in the room that he was in so he couldn't get out, barricade him. That was the whole plan. We were going to put a bunch of chairs in front of the fucking door and lock the door to the studio so he couldn't get in. And a fucking snowstorm screwed the whole thing up. I'm like, no. Plus our friend went to the wrong airport.
Dang, I didn't know that part.
Yeah, that was, but the snowstorm was what really messed the whole thing up. We could have saved that in a couple minutes off of her having to drive to Akron, Canton from Hopkins. But like, we could have still saved the show, but no, we couldn't do it. It's one of my only. I don't have many regrets. That's one of the only regrets I have in my life is not having that bit take place. That would have been so funny.
Now that if we ever do a show, we're all in the same place. Now I have an idea. We need to get Jessica I on the show and barricade you in a closet.
No, I would be very respectful.
I agree with that. I absolutely agree with that one.
I mean, isn't her OnlyFans like $200 right now? Isn't that what she's charging? I heard that.
I don't know. You wouldn't. I mean, you heard that? Yeah. Okay. You heard that.
You heard that. I don't go on their website.
You heard that from her credit card. Your credit card company.
Hey, whatever goes on my company credit card is nothing of your business. Nothing.
You know what we should do would be really funny. We subscribe to a female fighters OnlyFans page. I don't know which one. Pick one, and then we recreate all the. We just recreate all the photos for the podcast. Like we can't show you the photos because it's OnlyFans, but we will recreate it with us.
Yes.
This is what she did. This is what she was wearing. This is what she did. But it's Ray. It's
yeah,
Ray with the hose and the Daisy Dukes. It's Ray.
Yes, would absolutely do that. I have no shame. I do. I'll put those eggs in a hanky and a fucking pair of Daisy Dukes.
Ray doesn't have enough ass for Daisy Dukes.
Exactly. That's what I said. I would do it either way. Fuck that. Be fun.
All of it sounds like it's something that Thomas has noted in the past that Ray doesn't have enough ass.
Well, he's known me for how long? You get a
but I can't like rate my friends by their ass. Like I don't.
Sometimes there are weird things.
all right.
Yeah, I'm like Hank Hill. Like I'm built like Hank Hill. It's absolutely. I need to wear like padding at all times on my butt cheeks for me to sit in chairs. It's getting bad. It's getting bad, Tim.
Yeah, I don't have a lot either for a guy my size. I don't have a lot of ass.
No, it's you and I both. That if our bellies came together, we would form the key of time. Like that would be it's.
my brother got all of it though. He's a bigger guy now, but when he wasn't, he always had like this giant bubble butt. When he played baseball, it was kind of hilarious.
Oh God.
All right, let's do another 15 minutes on dudes' asses, and then we'll move.
Yeah.
On. I'd rather not.
No, we gotta get Thomas has gotta start Googling.
Men's asses.
Men's asses.
I've got backside. I don't like flaunting it. It's been bad lately because I go to physical therapy and I have to wear basketball shorts, and the one therapist keeps looking. And, yeah.
Well, I mean, we all, like I said earlier, at least the rent will be paid. I mean.
No, because I mean, university hospitals physical therapists can't be making that much money.
True that. Yeah. Oh man. What fights did you watch, sir? Besides the Alex Hernandez?
Well, I watched most of the Santos Walker fight. That was fine.
Yeah.
See, the reason I don't watch, I try to watch on ESPN Plus. Well, I try to watch fight replays. I can watch one and then I watch another one, and for whatever reason, there's always an error. I can't watch another one. I don't know. I can't watch them on my phone. Like I said, I have phone issues. So I tried to watch Cowboy and Nico Price, which I'm sure was great. Was it as great as you assumed it would be? I'm sure it was. I mean, when you look at that matchup, you're like, that has to be a great fight.
Yeah, Nico Price. People. Nico Price looked sexy against Oliveira. Oliveira, though. I mean, how can you not love that man? How can you not love Charles fucking Oliveira? So he's a great fighter. The only time Oliveira, I ever booed him was against Yancy Medeiros, my favorite UFC fighter of all time. And
Alex Oliveira.
Oh yeah, Charles Oliveira is the Alex Oliveira, Cowboy Oliveira, whatever. But still, Yancy Medeiros, number one, greatest fighter of all time.
Better than Roy Nelson?
Yeah, way better than Roy Nelson. He fought at heavyweight too. did Yancy Medeiros.
Better than Jason Miller. Better than Phil Baroni.
I mean, if we're talking
Dada
arrest
5000.
records, Yancy might not be beaten by Mayhem Miller.
Man, I feel bad. It's like every time you think like that guy's gonna get his shit together, then he gets arrested again. You're like, oh man. Do you think he'll come on a show if we like pay for him to do it through the prison? You know, can we do that? Can we like put money on his card?
I want a webcam. I want him in the suit. You remember?
I don't know if we can do webcam, but we could probably get him on phone.
Probably. Yeah.
I mean, it wouldn't be great quality, but it'd be kind of hilarious.
Thomas, oh my God, there's some kind of EMS thing outside at my neighbor's house.
I see the lights. Yeah, we can.
Yeah,
see the lights.
Yeah. Shit's going down in the Willowick. It's a good time.
It's
probably my old neighbors.
Take your camera out there. See what's going on.
I feel like
get an interview. Get an interview.
That would be funny. Hey, sir,
what did you think of the Santos Walker fight?
Do you think John Jones is a bad person?
Yes. He's something.
Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna wait until all the evidence comes out.
Oh yeah, again, as soon as this happens, Ray tells me already that he doesn't believe the woman. The first thing he says to me.
I mean,
he doesn't believe.
What happened with the Conor McGregor accusers? They didn't get payoffs. They didn't get anything. They were told to fuck off. I mean, I look at it, man, as like, if it is, John Jones is one of the biggest pieces of shit I've ever seen in my life. Like, he does not deserve to be in an octagon. He deserves to be in like an 8x8 right now more than
I mean, some of the stuff earlier, I'm like, man, I don't know. If I was that rich, that young, I'd probably do a couple of these things, man. Like the draft, very possibly. The speeding ticket with cocaine, possibly. Who knows? But when you start talking about this other shit, you're like, yeah, okay, now you can't give him the benefit of the doubt that much anymore.
Yeah, I mean, again,
when he paused for steroids, I don't give him any of the benefit of the doubt ever. I never give anyone the benefit of the doubt there. It always pisses me off. As Ray knows, I talk about that a lot because I hate it. It pisses me off.
Yeah, Tim is anti-doping. Actually, I'm going to say this is actually a cool effect over my head. It makes
neat, yeah.
I don't have to pay for lighting that I have to put in a wall.
It's true.
It
just looks like there's some sort of
city taxes hard at work.
It is. It's them Lake County taxes, son. That's what it is. I want to move you up here, Tim. You might like this area.
Nah, I'm good.
Get out of T County, son. Get out of T County.
It's fine.
We need a content house. We have a third roommate now, so there's all good.
There's just not enough going on here. That's just a bummer.
Yeah,
about this place, but there's not even a full movie theater here anymore. I mean, I have to go to Canton. I have to go half an hour for a full movie. I mean, we do have a little movie theater that has 2 movies at a time.
Is it connected to the Christie's?
Oh,
no, but it's close to the Christie's.
Okay. Well, you have movie and titties. It's a great
down
day.
the street from the Christie's. Yeah, it's less than a mile from the Christie's.
Walking distance?
No. Well, I mean, you could do it.
Well, I was about to say you could watch Let There Be Carnage and then say that at the strip club afterwards.
Okay. Well, that's always what I say at strip clubs. Yeah, just
Let There Be Carnage.
And when I walk in, just fistfuls of ones. Let there be carnage. Woof. Let it rain.
Looking like a Persian diamond dealer. Just yes, make it rain. Hey,
sure. Yeah,
they chose that life, not me. All right.
One hair is stuck across my forehead. Look at this.
You actually look like you produce porn right now, and I love this look on you.
I usually do. Yeah, I was awfully sweaty at the wedding, man, because I sweat more than any human being on earth. And Ray's aware of this. Like, we went to the Indians Pirates game, and it looked like I would just fell in a pool. And that's what I looked like when
we were like 4 rows from the field, and the sun was beating on us. It looked like, have you ever seen those people?
I did have sunscreen on. It was a bad day.
Yeah, you didn't have sunscreen.
I got
was drinking, didn't drink water.
And I had one beer, and then I couldn't do it anymore, and I was legitimately
well, yeah, because you didn't drink water, fucko.
I apologize. Ray drove the
You're
whole
the
time.
size of a camel. You should be able to drink water.
Well, yeah, but the goal of the game is to drink that much beer. That's what you do when you're at a sporting event, Raymond.
But
As
you
an
gotta
adult man, yeah. But
be smart.
I felt bad I didn't drink enough beer because I thought I was gonna die. So I felt bad. I apologize to Ray for not getting drunk because he drove. He drove. I'm like, I could have drove with as much beer as I drank.
Yeah, he just wasn't. He wasn't there when it came like his level. But yeah, you ever seen like a seal or a beached whale and people were like digging trenches in the sand to bring water to them? Like that's what Tim looked like. I felt like I should be like dumping water on him like it's the fifth round in a 12-round fight.
Standing in line for 20 minutes to buy $6 waters.
They should have
just been handing them to me at that point.
Well,
you look like you're gonna die. You should get free water.
Right.
Agreed.
Like, what would happen if I did pass out at the game? Would they be like, "Sir, you need water, but we're gonna need $10 first"? Like, was that what they would do?
Probably. Knowing the Nutting family, they'd charge probably 12. Those fucking assholes. I hate the Nutting family so much. Just ruined they own the Pittsburgh Pirates, and they're the Dolans, but the Dolans spend money. Are the
Nuttings the Sacklers of baseball? Nuttings, the Sacklers.
I get you. You make a ball sack joke. That was funny.
Wow.
It seemed worth it. It really did. You know, I knew it was going to be corny, but I feel like it had to be said.
They're more the
not proud of it, but it needed to be said.
What's the name of that family from Arrested Development?
Oh, I can't remember.
I
never watched a lot of that.
Yeah, but that is basically that family, just bumbling fucking idiots who can't find their own assholes on the second try.
Yeah, I mean, listen, they're as cheap as the Dolans who own the Indians or not the Guardians, but they're as cheap as they are, but or maybe cheaper, but they also just make stupid fucking decisions too. I mean, at least the Indians had some decent front office people to make them half competitive. Look, they ended up 80-82. They won more games than the Padres, who has like $150 million more in payroll than the Indians do. So it's like, whatever.
Yeah, they have a good roster for the future.
Shit. Red Sox Yankees 1-game playoffs happening right now.
Yeah, what's the score of that?
Let me check.
I'm interested
bottom
in that.
Of the second. Red Sox are up 2-0 in the bottom of the second.
Yes.
They're at home. They're in Boston.
Still, yes. Beat those fucking douchebags. I hate the Yankees.
Is there a way for them both to lose? Is there a way? Is that an option?
Is there a way that the stadium could just implode?
Well, it's Fenway. It's been there a long, long time. It may.
Yeah, I'm waiting for that day that like the Green Monster collapses. Like, there's got to be a moment.
Listen, I've been to that park. That park is fantastic. It's gorgeous. It's like watching baseball in a museum. It's awesome. But not a Red Sox fan, but the stadium as a baseball fan, it's awesome. It's not very convenient though. Like you have to walk so far to go to the bathrooms and like it's not a very convenient stadium, but it's cool.
Are the stalls like 1920s where it's like super thin?
Just troughs.
Yeah.
No, I don't remember. They probably had new. I'm sure, assuming they had new toilets. It'd be funny if they didn't. They're just outhouses. Yeah, sure.
Take a left at the Half Moon. That one's already occupied.
I have to ask someone who has season tickets. I don't know. I mean, last time I went to a Browns game, they had troughs. I don't know if they do anymore or not. I don't know.
Oh, we got actual stalls now.
They got stalls. That's good.
Yeah.
That's a shame. I love troughs. I don't know why. Like if I'm in a dive bar that's got a piss trough, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm home. I can party here.
It's awful.
No, when I was 5-6 years old, going to old Indians games, I've seen enough dick. Lifetime from that shit.
Anyway, trust will scar you for life. They will.
Exactly.
I'm surprised we're even legal ever. But yeah,
the Richfield Coliseum had them too. Oh my god, I was like 4 when that place closed down, and like we went one more time to the Richfield. I remember like the troughs, and you're like, oh god, what is this? Jizz. Mr. Smith, our neighbor, just like got drunk and fell in. That's nice. That's good to know.
Yeah.
Did he really? That's the worst.
No. That's a
I was
joke.
gonna say.
I don't
Anybody?
know. With those
I'm
old
sure it's
Browns-
happened before, but man, that'd be the worst.
Yeah.
And then when
those
you
old
go
Browns
back
games,
to your seat.
I'm pretty sure somebody got thrown in the trough.
Oh yeah, you have to think that. Like there had to be some dickheads at Municipal Stadium that were like, "Let's toss them in."
There's a Steelers fan in the dog pound. What else are you supposed to do with them?
Treat them with love and respect, like a normal human being.
Like you would. Okay, like Steelers.
I mean, I don't treat Browns fans with respect in general, but like it's.
Whatever, man. Dude, Steelers been panicking, man. What are they, 1-3 now? Yeah, they're panicking.
Man,
Sunday. Yeah, panicking.
That game, I watched the Browns game, and then I watched the Steelers game, and it's like it frightens me to look at night and day teams on the opposite side. It's weird. I don't like it. I feel like China is gonna fucking. The day the Steelers win the Super Bowl is when the fucking nuclear war happens. Like, I feel that it's gonna, like, I don't know. There's unease.
It's fine. World peace will happen when the Browns win the Super Bowl. So
no. So, I think China launches their nukes that day.
So Sunday, the Browns are going to be at SoFi Stadium in LA to play the Chargers, and the next time they'll be in SoFi Stadium is when they're winning the Super Bowl. So you're going to get used to that stadium Sunday. Dude, Ray, you say that, but they have enough. They have enough, Ray. As long as Baker Mayfield doesn't play the way he did Sunday all year, they'll have it. They have enough. Doesn't mean it'll happen. They have enough.
The defense kept them in that game without a doubt.
And the running game, that's the kind of team they are anyway. But as long as Baker Mayfield doesn't fuck up, I can't believe he missed Odell Beckham in that pass late.
I'm old enough to remember when the Steelers were dog ponying the goddamn Browns right before that 80s hit when they got hot. Like, when Noel was just having his fucking way. And then when the Browns turned it around a little bit, okay, so I'm used to this flippity-floppity. Just like with Ohio State, Michigan. This is scary because Michigan's fucking good, and Ohio State's fucking
about time.
Scared. So, yeah.
How long did it take Harbaugh to get that program to be what he wanted it to be?
I still don't know how good they are. I mean, wait till they play Penn State or somebody. But
that's what I'm waiting on.
Because, I mean, Rutgers almost had Michigan, and then Ohio State beat the hell out of Rutgers. So, I mean, I honestly think Ohio State will be all right. I mean, by the time, but the thing is, if they win the Big Ten and they win the Big Ten championship, that Oregon loss won't even matter.
Right.
So, but they have to beat Penn State, which happens in 2 weeks, I think. So that's. Yeah. Oh shit! Am I going to be at the funny stop when Ohio State and Penn State are playing each other? Maybe.
Probably.
That's when Sean's going to be there.
October 15th through the 16th.
Yeah. Let me look.
Yeah, that's
I think that is when.
Shout out to our boy, by the way. The Steelers are the greatest football franchise to ever exist. Should win every year. Thank you, John 209. You sexy bitch. You coming from? Oh God! Now he's just trolling. I can't even.
Trolling. Now he's just trolling.
I can't even
John's
say
from
that.
California. He's from California.
And I don't like Ohio State. I don't. Michigan. The only thing Michigan has that I love are dispensaries. Once Pennsylvania does something, I'm going to Erie every week. Go fuck your mother. I'm not going to Michigan anymore. No, it's 4 hours. Fuck it. Fuck that bullshit.
No,
I'm good.
I don't go there for anything. I haven't been to Michigan in years. Last time I was there was when we did that show in Grand Rapids. They had that Sunday Funny show. Have you ever done that?
No.
It's
the scene's kind of dead right now from what I hear.
Is it? I don't know. When we did it, it was fun, kind of. Except that bomb, I ate shit so hard. But besides that, it was all right.
I'm doing actually a show near Sandusky.
Where, like Norwalk?
Friday. No, Catawba or whatever it is. Okay. Catawba or whatever the fuck. It should be fun. It's a guy named Joe Morgan from Toledo runs it. So I'm gonna have some fun at that show, but I gotta work that day on Saturday. Yay! Drive 2 or an hour and a half.
Evil Lion, excuse me for 1 second. I gotta feed this.
Okay, he's being called by the beast.
No, he's looking at me all weird. Look, he's hungry.
Boy,
look at
can't see him.
This is the face of hunger.
Oh, that is feed me face. That is definitely feed me face. Oh, dude. Yeah. He fits in perfectly. It's
Oh yeah.
found
That'd be fine.
we found a producer. Yay, Thomas.
Yeah, now he has some stuff and he's hacked up. You know what? I was watching tape from our last episode a little bit, and because I wanted to see what the sound was like. And I will tell you this: remember, I was having problems hearing you last time. I can hear you fine today.
Okay.
I don't. Yeah, I had actually to turn my thing down because I can hear you fine.
Good.
But yeah, the video was fine. So it was on my end somehow, but I don't know what it was. It was just weird because when I turned stuff up, I could hear myself louder, but I couldn't hear you louder. So that was weird. Anyway,
Yeah.
we had a really, really, really good conversation about blowjob machines that I think we need to cut up and put it on YouTube.
Yeah, I'm gonna send Thomas now. He can download episodes. I'm gonna have him put that up there.
Yeah, because I honestly think we need to get these things for the handicapped. Either that or legalize prostitution for the handicapped. One of these two things.
I would say prostitution. Give him a real touch. Give him a real touch.
That'd be cheaper, right? But
yeah, I mean,
although it's cheaper, I actually think it'd be more realistic the machines, because you know how this country is.
We give hookers sucking subsidies to at least be on call for any person in a wheelchair.
Well,
they get a subsidy from the government, like $150 a job.
He did on legit when he took his friend to what was it? He took his friend to prostitute in Australia.
Yeah, the Jim Jeffries story.
Yeah,
I love that fucking story. He just has a smile on his face. Oh, Jim Jeffries rules, dude. But no, yeah, I think hookers should be a unionized government entity. Like, just legalize prostitution under the government, and we have exactly what we need.
Thomas has gone for 30 seconds, and we're deep into the conversation on legalized prostitution.
It's how we roll.
I'm all for it.
Really, what we were talking about is we had a good conversation last episode about blowjob machines.
They exist.
They do. I think, and either Japan or something, they have them in hospitals and they use them for like sperm samples and stuff. But I feel like I said like the handicapped in this country deserve those. They should get those things like for free, like dialysis. They should just give them to those people. Either that or legalize prostitution, at least for the handicapped. It sounds like we're making a joke, but at first I was, but in reality, like that's legitimate.
Yeah.
The thought that some of these people with MS can't, they can't come. That's a bummer. That sounds like it's a bummer and a real problem.
Mm-hmm. And especially, I mean, if you're Stephen Hawking paralyzed, like I think that should be given to you the day you get your wheelchair. To be honest with you,
there's people that I've met and I know that I wonder if they can, and if they can't, how do they? And if they don't, then that's the problem, right?
It's usually a pump, I believe. Like if I remember correctly, it's like they use like the Austin Powers pump, and that's how they get that shit going. Because it's about blood flow.
No. I'm not just saying going in general. I've said completed.
Yeah. And honestly, like when I saw that story, I fell out of my fucking truck. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. These exist, but why not? Like, why does it in 2021? How is that not installed in every wall and every home?
Well, that's why I said before. I'm like, a lot of times I'm surprised that there isn't better male sex toy technology, but at the same time, like we don't really need it. No. Like, why would I buy that? I have hands. Like that's
Yeah.
But in that case, it's different. That's why I think that's gonna be my that's gonna be the stance I'm gonna the hill I'm gonna die on is blowjob machines for the handicap.
Blowjob. You're like the Bernie Sanders of blowjob robots. They belong to all, and they deserve to be in every home.
That's true.
A pot to cook in and a blowjob machine in every home.
Someone who came in for my brother's wedding, he's from Idaho, is legitimately trying to convince us the other day that first he said, "Do you believe in cloning?" I'm like, "Well, it's not really something that you believe in or not. Like, I mean, we like the morality of it." He's like, "No, that it exists." I'm like, "Well, we know it exists.
Right.
They clone animals and stuff." And he's like, "No, I mean, he's like people because it's like I guarantee you, I've been hearing this and it's true. There's 2 Joe Bidens." I'm like, "What?" He's like, "They cloned him. There's 2 of them. There's 2 of him." I'm like, "There's not though." He's like, no, there is. There's evidence. I'm like, okay. And then I'm done
I
with
love
conversation.
conspiracy theorists so much. Like,
I'm like, I'm like, I can't get into this with this guy. I'm like, it's gonna be kind of funny too, but eventually, I know if I do, even because it's funny, eventually it's gonna make me frustrated. So I'm like, I'm not even gonna start. That's why I can't argue with Ray about anything.
hey, I have rational thoughts. They just come out irrationally. It's how it works.
I don't have rational thoughts. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That one.
Okay.
Well, again, you'll fit perfectly in with the bro Plata. Like that's the problem is you fit way too well with us, and I love it. But no, like I love those people who QAnon people. Was he Q? Did he do any? Did you ask him about Q?
No, I didn't.
You should have.
Do they
You
know who Q is
absolutely
now?
should
They're pretty damn sure they know who Q is now.
I'll never forget. I had an Uber driver. We were talking about some stuff, and all of a sudden, and he was like older gentleman, probably about in his 60s. But he was like, "Yeah, I was at a convention or a Bigfoot / 9/11 convention. When Tesla has blowjob features, it's in their cars. It'll be game over gasoline cars. I mean, it'll gum up the works a little bit because how are you going to filter that? But it's.
What do you mean how? You know they could do that easily, but you're right. If they don't, it's something they have to make sure they do because if they don't, it will be a problem. But they will. It'll be fine.
It starts seeping in like the black ooze from Fern Gully.
Not only is the car going to drive, it's going to be able to completely drive itself pretty much safely. It's also going to have that feature.
Yeah, I would buy a Tesla right now.
The future is amazing. Why are people afraid of the future? If that's the future is fantastic.
The future is great. Give me my what are those things called? The bodysuits. I can't remember what they're called, like rayon bodysuits or something.
That's what they call a Hummer 2030 right there. That's the new Hummer. The Hummers they call them.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
It runs on scum, but it's not pond scum. Let's just say that.
This guy.
just visual.
Family show, as you said.
No. The label on our YouTube is not for 18, not for kids under 18.
Probably not for people.
I put that willingly on that fucking on this. But but no, yeah, man. Like, I don't know. I honestly, blowjob machines should be in every house. You'd have
This is why Ray needs to run for city council. Do it.
Less guys hitting their wives, the better. Like, I think.
You know what though? That's probably actually what. Honestly,
it's the happier man.
Not that simple of creatures, but
we're very simple.
It would probably actually help. Those numbers would probably be down, which is unfortunate.
Do you know how many incels that would help?
All of them.
All of them. Every single one. They wake up in the morning, stick their dick through the fucking thing. They're not school shooters now. Think about that.
Maybe.
They're not.
Maybe.
It should be the target demo. Like, Sally in the cheerleading team isn't paying you a side eye. The Suction 4000 is your friend. Like, it's perfect. All right, fuck me then for having an opinion.
No. As messed up as that is, and creepy as it is, to even say it out loud like you just did, which was very creepy, right? Just so you know. But you're probably right. You're probably right, though. It's probably all true. It's probably true. It probably would. All those things would be down, probably.
Yeah, I guarantee you, crime would go down like completely across the board.
We also don't know if these machines are any good.
Thomas, like, what the fuck did I get into here? Yeah.
I don't know. I went to feed my cat and I came back and this was.
I know. It's like you went into the Matrix. Like you were in the real world feeding the cat, and then all of a sudden you took the blue or red pill.
This is what we have to have adult supervision at all times. That's the real reason you're here.
This is what happens when you open up the Purina instead of the Royal Canin.
Uh-oh.
This is true. You speak of Purina. One of my favorite things about Colorado or Denver is they have a massive Purina factory in the outskirts of Denver, and it's right by the highway.
So, and if the homeless ever wander over there, they're never seen again.
Yeah, pretty much. It's got a distinct Boone's Farm fucking flavor to it. You're just like, what the fuck? But
he's just over there trying to sell me oranges. Where'd he go?
He's gone.
Where's Tito? Tito?
Yeah. Too close to the Purina flood.
But like the best part was if you actually got stuck in traffic, you could for like miles after you could actually smell the factory still because it got into your filter. It was horrifying.
So you can smell Tito being ground and
dude. I would get high before work every day in Colorado, and like I wish I could get the highest where I smelled my weed over the Purina factory that I would pass by. I've got a blowjob machine, but she's still at work. Hey,
this guy.
John 209 throwing it in.
Oh,
what's his name? I know you're using his or her pronouns, but what's his name?
See, that joke doesn't work because he used a pronoun. Right.
I either way, don't care.
Yeah, apparently.
It's for me, sir.
Oh yeah. Okay. Hey, before I forget, because I forgot last week.
Yeah,
I'm gonna do 2 heroes of the week because I'm gonna do last week. And I'm gonna
Thomas, if you could, real quick, go into the banners, and you'll see Tim's hero of the week on one of the top of the list. We do this every week that we do the podcast. Tim has 2 heroes of the week that he picked, or a hero of the week that he picks, and some honorable mentions. Do you have any honorable mentions?
Not really, because I don't remember all the honorable mentions from last week. All I remember is like who I had last week. I forgot to tell you. As much as as a Browns fan, as much as I despise the Baltimore Ravens, and I do, when they have good players, you can't really talk too much shit. And they have one of the best kickers in football for the last handful of years. And it sucks because when we play Baltimore and they're in field goal range, it's 3 points. They're at least going to get 3 points if Justin Tucker doesn't fuck up. But 2 weeks ago, when he hit that the 66-yard field goal in Detroit, broke the record, which is great. I mean, that's past the 50-yard. That's insane how far that is. And I think when Prater hit his 64, he was in Denver, right? So this is in a dome, which no conditions, but everyone else.
But it's Detroit. There's no elevation to it.
No, I'm saying it's a dome, but I know my point is it's not in Denver. Like a lot of the other long ones have been in Denver. I think Prater did it in Denver. I think so. Justin Tucker, he's been great for a long time, and him hitting 66 yards, and he's the guy who should have the record because he really is probably the best in football. So good for him. That's last week. This week, okay. So I was going to do this anyway, but I saw Ray actually posted something about this today too on Facebook. Grimes, Elon Musk's lady who they just broke up, right? And she just broke up with the richest dude in the world, and she thought it would be funny because the paparazzi were sniffing around, and she said she wanted she wanted some publication, and it ended up being the New York Post. Thomas, if you look up Grimes New York Post, maybe you can find the headline because she said she wanted the most onion-ish headline from one of these publications, and she nailed it.
I was about to say, like, that's one of the greatest troll jobs I've ever seen someone pull ever, by what she was wearing, which was delightful. She looked like an extra out of Hellraiser.
Yeah, she always wears something interesting.
And then what she was reading when I saw it, I'm like, go fuck yourself. Like,
hilarious.
Yeah.
Because she did it on purpose. She did it to fuck with the people. And the headline that the New York Post put out is hilarious. If he doesn't find it, I'll just tell you. But
hold on, give me 2 seconds. I got it.
Okay.
Yeah, this is our not so young Jamie here. This is
young Jamie's like his 40s, isn't he?
Yeah. Go up to the what's it called? Go up to the headline. Grimes admits faking her viral Karl Marx pics.
Yeah, that wasn't the headline though of the one they put before. Well, it might say in the article what it was. Anyway, in the article it says Grimes caught reading Karl Marx right after breaking out with World's Richest Man. Which is pretty funny. Like, there's the picture right there.
Yeah, go down to that photo.
Yeah, that's
First of all, Elon Musk was a lucky man to have
that emo lady. Wow, that is the front woman of an Evanescence cover band if I've ever seen one.
Yeah, if she would have said to me, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna be an American Horror Story," I would have believed her wearing that. Like, she looks delightful. And then the Karl Marx Manifesto or Communist Manifesto, great touch.
That's hilarious.
Oh, but so hot.
Anyway, the headline was, she's reading the book on Marxism right after she broke up with the world's richest man, which is hilarious. She did it on purpose to fuck with people, and it was hilarious. So she gets Hero of the Week from me because that was hilarious. She did a great job.
Yay, Grimes.
I think that's Hero of the Week number 35 or 36, I think, since we've been doing this.
Yeah, we've been doing Hero of the Week for a long time, dude. It's fun. I enjoy. Oh, and guess what I almost did? And you'll enjoy this. I saw that the Savannah Bananas were looking for game day crew members. And I'm gonna be honest with you.
We're moving to Georgia.
I came this close to applying for it and like trying to find a pest control job in Savannah, Georgia, so I could be Thomas. We talk baseball during the baseball season, and sometimes, and like even just randomly, we'll talk about baseball. But there is a group or an independent team called the Savannah Bananas that has their own version of baseball called Banana Ball.
It's not really, they don't even do that much. It's just all the other stuff that they do, which is great.
Yeah, they do all kinds of stuff to get people in the stadium. Their team is funny. Like the one video they had of like people introducing themselves on the team is pretty hilarious. It's a fun organization. Like, I want to do a show trip to Savannah, Georgia, so we can see the Savannah Bananas. I think that would be hilarious to go to. So much fun.
I've always said it would be great if I could own my own independent baseball team to do shit like that, and someone finally did it. And I'm like, the guy who owns it like reads books on P.T. Barnum and shit, and like that's how he sells out all of his games in an independent league no one cares about in Georgia, and it's fun and everything. They'll have like a caddy come up with a golf bag where the guy's going up to bat and like trying to give a guy a golf club, and I'm like, nah. Then he gives him a baseball bat, and he's like, okay, cool. Then he hits the baseball bat. And like guys introduce themselves with wireless microphones as they're walking to the plate, like all kinds of crazy.
Flojo. I mean, Flojo, as long as she talks, I'm cool. But besides that,
hey.
Wasn't that like a thing where she got like caught for cheating?
She got caught for cheating.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, come on.
Who is this?
Flojo. She was a track star back in the day. I forget her name. God damn it.
Florence Griffin Joyner.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Yeah. Thomas, have you ever seen, since we were talking about weird sports things, did you watch the, what are they called? The Netflix.
Dan Barry Trashers.
No, the it's like a what do they call it? Something or other?
Untold. It's Untold.
Untold on
Series
Netflix.
No, I haven't checked that out.
They've got the Malice in the Palace, which is always a good one to know about. But your assignment for the next show is watching Untold, the Danbury Trashers hockey team story. It is, without giving anything away, probably one of the greatest hockey stories ever told in the history of the sport. Fuck Gordie Howe's career. Fuck Maurice the Rocket Richard's career. The Danbury Trashers are the greatest hockey story this side of the Charlestown Chiefs. There's no Slapshot. If you ever, it's one, dude. You need to watch it. I want to get your review on the next show of this. I'm turning on our buddy Bill Squire from WMMS. I told him about it. I'm telling.
Bill hasn't seen it. And
no,
when Bill sees it, you'll know if you listen to his show because he'll talk about it on this. Because how great
I told him to fucking watch it. I'm gonna bother him.
Yeah, you
to watch that.
About it. Because I mean, when I watched it, next episode, I'm like, Ray, you have to watch it. And I knew you'd love it. I knew you would.
Tom, he was like trying to really get me to watch this, and I'm like, okay, but all of a sudden, when I watched this documentary, I'm like, this is the most hockey shit I've ever like. It starts in the United Hockey League, the UHL, and that's all you need to know, because once you watch this fucking thing, your mind is blown. Like, your mind is blown. It's the greatest thing ever.
You can give him a little more than that. It's basically a mob guy bought this team for a 17-year-old son to run. So there you go. then it just goes.
Yeah, it goes everywhere.
And it just it makes you disappointed that I didn't really, not that I didn't know about it, but also that like if that happened now, I'd be like, Ray, we're going to Danbury.
Yes.
Like I would have loved to go to those games. But it happened like in 2004, I think, or something like that.
This fucking kid, his dad ran like a garbage thing, like Tony Soprano, and had so much money. I think it was Billy Gunn, Triple H, The Rock, and China were at this kid's fucking birthday.
That's money.
Yeah. Like, that's the kid that you go, oh, fuck, he's got, like, he doesn't have a PlayStation 2. He's got a PlayStation 3, and it's not even out yet. Like, what the fuck is with this kid? How does he have this? And it's one of the great, again, like I said, they bring in a guy who's from Cleveland, actually, Mike Rupp, to play on the team. It's crazy. Like, it's fucking loony at like the things that went on, and it's so much fun. They were goons. They were just bruisers. They were like the Philadelphia Flyers in the 70s in the UHL, which is like 3 levels from the NHL, and it was so good, so fucking good. Love that documentary, dude. Can't remember. Crime and Penalties is what it's called. Untold Crime and Penalties. If you're watching this, it's one of, oh my God, I can't sing the praises of this. And I'm probably the biggest hockey fan on this show, but like, oh my God, like I want AJ on this show. Tim, if you can, or Tim or Tom, I don't care. Whichever one starts with a T. We need to message AJ and get him on this fucking show.
Well, he's a fight promoter now, so it's not impossible, right? We just got to get him on to talk about his fighters, and then we'll also obviously, I mean, he'll be well aware what we want to.
Yeah, we're gonna whatever email we send, it'll be, hey, we're gonna talk about the Danbury Trashers. Like,
we'll talk about your fighters too. That's fine. We'll do that because we are, technically, kind of, sort of,
and we'll have your fighters on. Like,
do that too.
Yeah, we'll have.
No one watches the show, but still,
what?
No one watches the show, but
I mean, if we said we had so and so on, I guarantee you we would get views. That dude's probably hot right now as fuck when it comes to like people want to talk to him.
Thomas, one thing that really needs to be done is to go back to the Pat Miletich interview and cut out that part where he's talking about Mike Jackson calling him racist and how somebody said the N-word on the Strikeforce show. Like, we need to get that cut out and we need to get that going around.
I'll find that and send that to you. Or actually, I'll send you the link to the Pat Miletich episode.
Who it was, but Ray's probably right. It probably was Frank Shamrock. It kind of
probably Frank Shamrock. Like, I guarantee Frank looks like the kind of guy that would say the golden word.
Well, it's either him or
about
Morrow.
a black
two
man.
Choices. There's two choices. He's like, I'm not going to tell you who it is, but it's one or two people. Like, it is.
Yeah, it wasn't, and it wasn't Steven Quattros or Mauro Ranallo. There's no way it was Frank fucking Shamrock. And if he ever sees clips of it, yeah, you help with Mauro Ranallo, but you probably said the N-word, Frank. I'm sorry. It is what it is. Like, you look like the kind of guy that would do that. And no, I'm good on that, sir. Like, yeah, that Pat Miletich episode is one of my favorite fucking episodes we've ever done. Shout out always. We need to get him back on now that we do live. Is Gene Walker.
Oh, Gene.
And Pat, but we'll wait for the dust to settle on that.
No, we definitely need to get Gene on before the next pay-per-view to give us his picks, because he is that
yes.
He has a gambling podcast now. So
Gene the Greek, we'll call him.
Yeah, Gene the Greek.
I'm telling you right now, I'm picking.
Yeah.
I'm telling you right now, I'm picking him to win because he is there. I am Gianni the Greek. I talk kind of like this.
You need to suck on
my
some helium
teeth are super white.
Dude, I want successful gambler teeth. Like, just like it's this big, like just
trophy wife on your arm.
Yeah, just super tan giant teeth that just pop.
Okay.
Hey man, whatever.
That's what's gonna happen if this podcast pops off. That's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna have to.
What's wrong with Tim's teeth? Nothing.
Absolutely everything.
What's wrong with them now? That's the thing.
Oh man, I'm trying to think. Where do we go from here?
Fights this week probably. We always forget to do that.
Yeah. Tim again. Fucking Tom. If you could go to the UFC event page for this weekend. We'll talk about those before we hit the road.
Phil Haas and his wacky ass hair.
Yeah, he's back. Hopefully he doesn't bleach it this time, and like 3 of them pop, or like 80,000 of them pop out like popcorn kernels.
Yeah, what was it? What was the
dude? It looks sewn in. Thomas, it looked like it was sewn in.
His hair was like a rice cake.
Yeah. This motherfucker had sewn in blonde hair. I guarantee you. He was like some girl going to the fucking salon or getting a wig fucking put in. Like, you're like, no, stop it.
Google Phil Haas hair.
It's delightful. But no, yeah, this weekend should be good, especially with the
Rodriguez.
Yeah, this is gonna be. I got Mackenzie, dude. Not gonna lie.
Well, she's looked fantastic. I mean, they both look great the last couple of fights. However, what Mackenzie Dern has been doing lately is just coming up super zealous with her striking and like coming out like a mad person sometimes. But luckily for her, she hasn't really fought anybody who's going to make her pay for that. So I feel like if she does that again against Marina Rodriguez, she's going to get fucked. Like, she's going to get hit hard. Doesn't mean she'll do it. I think hopefully she'll fight smarter. But I'm saying if it does happen and she does get sloppy on the feet for a minute, then Marina will take advantage of it and really hurt her. But on the ground, I mean, they're both good. Mackenzie's
another level.
Her pedigree, jiu-jitsu pedigree is fantastic. And I don't know. It's gonna be a 5-round fight. I hope. I don't know. It could be good. I hope it's good.
And
back. That's good.
And especially Marina Rodriguez being the plus 130 underdog on this. I mean, this is actually what's nice is this is a little bit closer to call. Yeah, Randy Brown versus Jared Gordon. Who you got in that one?
I don't know. Randy Brown, probably. I'm more excited about Tim. I love when I see the Tim Elliott fights. However, this Nicola guy, I can't say his name. Dude, this
Mateo Nicolau.
Sure. He had that last fight he fought in March against Manuel Cape. He beat him. His Cape is real tough. I love watching Tim Elliott fight. I don't know a whole lot about a lot of the fights on this card, but Tim Elliott's one of my favorites to watch. I love watching Tim Elliott fight.
Yeah, I don't know who Sabina Mazo is, or Mazo is, or this Agapova.
Yeah.
Not sure. Phil Hawes, though, hopefully his hair stays in during this one. Yeah, Thomas, you should have seen this fucking guy. The blonde hair you see. Remember when LeBron lost a little bit of his hair in the back?
Of course.
In high school.
Yeah.
Yeah. Phil Hawes goes in for a takedown, gets in a guillotine, comes out. Part of his hair is white there. Hair, part of his head in the back, completely jet black. They had pulled. It looked like packing peanuts in the octagon from this motherfucker losing part of his goddamn hair. You're like, what the fuck? What happened to your hair? Like, I was stoned and drunk watching that fight. I even noticed that his fucking hairline all of a sudden receded in the back. Like, you're like, what the shit? How is that possible? Oh,
He was told, wait a minute, hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Picking it up. Mackenzie Dern is goddamn hot. She's one of the hottest women in the UFC right now, in my opinion, like looks wise. She's so sexy. So sexy.
I can't figure her accent out because she can't figure her own accent out. Like it changes interview to interview. Like sometimes she'll have an accent, sometimes she won't. It's weird.
Hey, sometimes you got to get that sweet, sweet Brazilian dollar, and you gotta do what you gotta do, man. It's like Betch Correa when she retired in the octagon this past weekend.
She didn't speak in English. Octagon like 7 or 8 times.
This is you can tell though this is real. Like Betch is done. No.
Okay.
Or no, yeah, she lost. She thought she won, but she definitely didn't win that fight. And I gotta say, I feel really bad for let me look here. Where is it? Yeah, Devontae Smith got just demolished by one of my favorite UFC fighters names ever. Is Jamie No Nonsense Malarkey. He's definitely he likes fun, but he also likes his last name, which is a good time.
Devontae Smith, that's his 3rd loss. His other 2 losses were to Colin Worthy from Pittsburgh and our dude John Gunther.
Yep.
Have you seen that John Gunther? You can watch it on YouTube. That John Gunther Devontae Smith fight in Mansfield before either of them were in the UFC. It was fantastic.
I have not, but I'll check that out.
It's such a great fight. I've sent it. I have before.
Have I?
Yeah, I've sent it to you before, you monster. You just
I also get drunk during this and kill brain cells. So take the good with the bad, Timothy.
What about those chemicals you work with at work? Do those kill your brain cells too?
I'm waiting for it in about 10 years, to be honest. Like, there's going to be something. I mean, there's been days where the wind is not my friend and I get covered in it. And you're like,
you're out there doing lines of tempo dust.
This isn't Naked Lunch, sir. I have more class than that. For those literary people that like Naked Lunch. Tom, it's a story about a guy who's like a drug addict, but he's also an exterminator. So he starts like doing pesticides to like get high and hallucinating. It's a weird, every time I do pest control, everybody's like, oh, like Naked Lunch. No, motherfucker. I hate when the shit gets in my powder gets in my nose. I sneeze for like 4 days after. It sucks.
I think we need to come out with a good show nickname for Thomas. I don't have one yet.
I mean, there used to be a name, but it's a wrestling only name that I used to use for Thomas. And I'd have to give backstory. There used to be a wrestler by the name of the Necro Butcher, and Thomas used to have Thomas has always had that same beard configuration. So I called him Black Row Butcher because it was the exact same color of the beard that is so. But I refer to him as Black Row every once in a while. But like I love this man. So I agree. We need a new nickname for Thomas on this show. Like we need to break that, be progressive, be more inclusive. Yeah. No, fuck that. I can't do that with a straight face.
Just say we're open to suggestions.
Just make it tasteful. That's all we ask.
But
I wasn't giving her unjust shit for it. I would just give it, normal shit.
She spends, or she's Brazilian, but spends a lot of time in America. So it would be natural to speak like your surroundings. And I think
they call that code switching. Code switching is what that's called.
Yes.
Code switching.
Oh, fuck. Oh, my back. Ugh.
So is that it then? Probably. I mean, do we have anything else? I can't think of
No, not really. I mean, we've talked about pretty much everything. I think this has been a banner show for us. We now have a producer.
I bet 3 people watched.
Yeah, I don't care. We still had people watching, sir. It took 3 years for Marin to be amazing, sir.
Oh God, I'm afraid of where this is gonna go.
Do you remember the Big Rams character in Baby?
Oh shit!
I'm afraid where that's gonna go.
Me too. Because Baby Boy is a great film, but Big Rams was a motherfucker in that movie.
Yeah, not for certain characters. No.
Oh goddamn! I love our commenters. They're the best. The fact that we have commenters, thanks to the MMAholes.com, the MMA Holes. Go check them out every day. We do this weekly. And again, we would like to thank Thomas Pope. Thomas, give him your social media handles real quick.
At Thomas Pope SOA, most of them. At SOA Thomas Pope on Twitter, Thomas Pope on Facebook, and at SOA Thomas Pope on Instagram.
We will be having Thomas as our producer from here on out. We're excited for this because one, we get to do clips now, so you get to see our Tequila Quinces puking faces while we're doing that.
We haven't puked yet, but man, I'm afraid it's going to happen eventually.
I'm waiting for it, and the day that ends up on TikTok is going to be the greatest day of my life. Whoever pukes, I don't care if it's even me. Not meant at you, Ray, just in general. But you know what I'm talking about. I do. We might have called that set trip. Oh, gee. I haven't watched that movie in so long, but I need to watch that again, man. That and Meet the Feebles, or Peebles. Have you guys ever seen that movie?
No.
It's a Peter Jackson puppet movie, and it's on Facebook or YouTube. It's so fucked up.
Then I'm not going to watch it. It's another thing. Like, hey, you want to hear the worst sound ever? I don't. No, I don't.
No, you would. I think you would enjoy Meet the Feebles. Believe it or not.
Not without marijuana.
Right? No, well, obviously, it's a movie to get just completely fucked up and watch.
But the next time that happens, we have to watch Major League.
Yes,
we have to do that.
Yes, I love that. I love the part when he walks in with Baby Boy's mama naked. Oh God. Yeah, that was a
This is the
scene.
kind of just fantastic gentlemen that watch our show. We're the best. It really just all fits together. It really does. I mean, what else do we think that we would attract? What other kind of? I don't think.
Well,
What if we just said
scumbags are like what I
a
aim for with
whole
my
audience are like non-binary communists. Like that's our whole audience. I don't think that would happen.
no. We get
Well, that would be hilarious. I love it.
all with pink hair, like
Yeah.
every single pink and blue hair you can possibly think.
Yes.
All died.
Bro Marxist is going to be the name.
Bro Marx. That should be our fans. They're the
Bro
BBM, the Bro Marxists.
Mm-hmm.
Redistribution of wealth for all. Oh, that would be fun. But we appreciate Thomas a lot for doing this. We look forward to more shows with him. And Tim, you're the sexy man. It's at Dig
True.
Danko.
That is true.
And then at Ray Hyclak for my stuff. I will, like I said, I'll be in Catawba this weekend or this Friday, and then a few other shows coming up. Excited for
you're doing like an armed forces tour or something. You're gonna be in Catawba.
I know. I go to Catawba, motherfucker. I entertain those weekend warriors. That's how I do my work. It's the Lord's work right there. But we are the Bro Plata, and now that we have a producer, shit's gonna be better. Thomas, if you could put your cursor on that end broadcast, but don't press it yet because I have my outro, and it is always, we love every single one of you people for watching. We love everybody for giving a thumbs up. We love everybody for giving those notifications. Just the biggest Compton slap we can possibly think. And as always, we will see you at the Kumite, motherfucker.
Did you tell him to wait a few seconds after you do that, just in case I say something funny at the end that you don't respond to?